66 on Friday. It is 7:12 in the morning, and we are looking at 42 degrees. And Daniel Elliott, our state representative, is on the telephone this morning. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Good morning. I'm doing okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here, Daniel. And news came in last night. Coach John Calipari is going to remain as the head basketball coach at UK. He will have his 16th season at the helm. I don't know if that surprises too many people, considering the amount on his buyout, number one. Then number two, the fact that he did appear on the radio show with Tom Leach on Monday night, but it was made official yesterday. Coach Cal will remain as the UK head coach, so we can kind of put that to rest, Daniel.
Yeah, I think so. It puts a lot of questions to rest, and I don't think that surprises either of us, Joe.
Yeah.
I think he'll get one more year, but now I think he'll have a lot of pressure on him this upcoming season, probably the most he's ever had since he's been at Kentucky. And it will be a lot of pressure to perform.
Yeah.
And, obviously we wish him well and the team well.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to be a pleasant year for him, I'm afraid, because there's a tremendous amount of pressure that's going to be there.
Yeah, well, all you got to do is come out and win, and that's easier said than done. Matt Jones had mentioned, he was in Pittsburgh for the game against Oakland, and he said it was the most tense game that he's ever been at. Like, just you could feel the tension. And he said, can you imagine what it's going to be like next year if Coach Cal comes back and remains the head coach? Now, this was Monday before that announcement was made official, and I kind of understand where he's coming from, just like the amount of tension there's going to be around what we hope is another NCAA tournament appearance next year, and we hope lasts a little bit longer. It is interesting, however, it seems like to me, Daniel, that this is almost like Mitch Barnhart kind of like reeling Cal in, or like flexing his muscles a little bit, like taking back control of this athletic director-coach relationship, to where he comes out and says he's going to remain our head coach. I'm the one that makes the decision, and I'm telling everybody he's remaining the head coach, but it's almost like that wouldn't have happened if things were okay. Right? Like, you don't say someone's going to remain the head coach if things are okay. If he's winning, we just all assume he's going to be the head coach. So it's almost like, to me, like Barnhart coming out and saying, hey, I'm taking this back. I'm the AD. He's the coach. I have the decision in my hand. He's remaining the head coach for the time being.
Yeah, and there have been rumors that the two of them aren't that close.
Yeah, they don't get along real well. They don't see eye to eye with a lot of things. Yeah.
Those are the rumors, at least. Whether or not that's true, you always wonder. But, yeah, it tells you that there was a consideration made that maybe he shouldn't be the coach or wouldn't be the coach if he's, announced that he would remain the coach.
Yeah.
So I think there was a discussion, at least in his own mind, with Barnhart as to whether or not a change should be made.
With Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Daniel, kind of transitioning to what happened there in Frankfort yesterday. What happened on the House floor that you all passed? How many bills did you all hear yesterday?
Yeah, we heard two House bills and, let's see, Senate Bill 16, 18, Senate Bill 20, 46, 145, 215, 255, 259, and 280.
Goodness.
So as you can tell, mainly Senate bills.
Yeah.
The two House bills, one of them dealt with freestanding birthing centers, which we've debated that issue, for years in Frankfort, because so many women now, are having their babies outside of the hospital setting.
Yeah.
Home births, specialized birthing centers or midwife type facilities, and so that did pass. The other House bill related to blockchain digital assets, and that's all still kind of a foreign language to me, Joe, as to what all that means. But it obviously deals with Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies and the digital asset mining and so I'm still a novice in terms of what I understand about that, and I say most people who aren't in that industry or haven't who don't maybe have a crypto account are probably in the same boat. Although some people have made a lot of money off crypto investments over the years.
Yeah, the digital currency, blockchain and crypto and Bitcoin and things like that. I have no idea how any of it works either, Daniel, but you're right. There are people who certainly have become wealthy in cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the Senate bills, one in particular that got some debate was a bill that would protect agricultural infrastructure assets, which basically law will now be in place if the governor signs a bill that says that unmanned aerial aircraft and devices can't be used to, fly over the agricultural sites unless it's law enforcement.
Okay.
So that was probably the Senate bill that got the most debate because there were a couple of floor amendments, and so there was some opposition to it based upon some ideas that maybe employees there could be punished because they wouldn't be able to, or would be retaliated against if they took a video or because they thought it extended to even like surveillance of an agricultural site. I think the bill was being pushed by Tyson Foods just due to some issues I guess they've had with surveillance of their property.
So yeah, okay. Well, it sounds good then. So
and the budget negotiations I think are still ongoing, Joe. I
okay.
don't know if there's at this point. I don't think there's been any resolution of the differences. So those budget negotiations between the House and Senate are still ongoing.
Okay. Daniel, I know you rattled off a bunch of different bill numbers. How many different ones did you all pass yesterday? What was the number of them? Was it like 10
let's
or
see.
something
So
like that?
2 House bills and then what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Senate bills.
11.
So a total of 11.
Wow. So look, this is the stretch run here, right? This is the bottom half of the eighth almost in Game 7. So you all have got to make sure you come up clutch and get as much stuff that you want to passed before the legislative session ends, and then Governor WHIR has his 10-day veto period, which starts when?
It starts actually when we leave on Thursday.
All right.
So yeah, that veto period will start officially Friday.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that 10 weekdays or 10 days total? Weekends don't count in that?
I don't think they do, Joe.
Okay.
And then of course we won't be back when we adjourn on Thursday night. We will not be back until April the 14th.
All right, so that would give Governor WHIR his 10 days to veto, and then you all would come back for 2 more days to be able to override any potential vetoes that the governor may issue on certain bills. Daniel, what time do you all gavel in today?
9 a.m., Joe.
All right.
It's an
early morning start. So. There you go. Daniel, appreciate you calling in. Safe travels to the state capitol today, and we'll touch base with you tomorrow morning about some things that you all work on today, okay?
Thanks, Joe.
All right, Daniel. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. That's Boyle and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott, Mondays through Fridays at 7:10 right here on The Joe Show. It's 7:21 in the morning. C.J. Lynn, Danville head baseball coach, is coming your way next. We'll talk with him, and you're going to want to hear one of these Danville players is scorching hot with his early season numbers. We'll talk about it coming up.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business. Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The University of Kentucky women's basketball team has a new head coach, Kenny Brooks from Virginia Tech. The 55-year-old Brooks was 180 and 82 at Vod Tech and took the Hokies to the women's Final Four last year. This year, they won the ACC regular season championship for the first time ever. Brooks replaces Kyra Elzy, who was fired after her second losing season in a row. The state of Kentucky men's basketball will remain the same. Yesterday, UKAD Mitch Barnhart met with head coach John Calipari, that announced last evening that Cal is returning for his 16th season at UK. The men's NCAA regional semifinals begin tomorrow night in the East and West regions. Overall, number 1 seed UConn plays San Diego State, and Iowa State squares off with Illinois in the East region and Boston. In the West region in L.A., number 4 Alabama meets number 1 North Carolina, while Arizona plays Clemson. Friday night semifinals in the Midwest in Detroit. Number 2 Tennessee takes on number 3 Creighton, while number 1 Purdue meets number 5 Gonzaga. And in the South region in Dallas, top seed Houston tackles number 4 Duke, and number 2 Marquette meets 11th seeded NC State. The women's regional semifinals are set for Friday and Saturday. In high school baseball yesterday, in the Kentucky Class 2A Section 5 playoffs, Boyle County topped Harrison County 6-4. Mercer County run-ruled Western Hills 11-1 in 5 innings. In college baseball Tuesday, Kentucky scored late to defeat Miami of Ohio 9-5. The 23rd ranked Wildcats visit number 22 Ole Miss in the SEC this weekend. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals Online Store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
The ultimate in dining pleasures at the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. Since 1995, the Bread of Life Cafe's been serving up good old Southern cooking featuring 3 mouth-watering loaded buffets, an extensive menu, and plenty of family atmosphere. Meet your friends for the Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30. All you care to eat, just $8.99. Thursday night's a senior night, save 20% for seniors 55 and older. Friday night after 4, cast your line and catch the all you care to eat awesome fried catfish buffet with all the trimmings, $12.99. Delight your taste at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jen. It's brought to you by the Little Sign Shop right here in Danville. See the new owners and operators at the Little Sign Shop. They have full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and offer logo design. Located in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet, the Little Sign Shop. Mostly sunny. High today, 56, a low of 31. Sunshine tomorrow, 57. Sunshine on Friday and a high of 66. And we are joined via telephone talking Admiral baseball with Danville head coach C.J. Lynn. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm doing well. Yourself?
Doing great, Coach. Appreciate you joining us here this morning. You all were supposed to have a game last night, and, boy, it really came down and rained and rained and rained yesterday, and it rained the game out, and you all are at Somerset tonight. This is the 12th Region All-A Championship game, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, it flooded their outfield yesterday. They're all turf on the infield, but their warning track and the grass in the outfield was just completely underwater.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty wet day yesterday.
Yeah, got the sun late last night, and hopefully a sunny day expected today, and we'll get this game underway today. It seems like every year, Coach, it's Danville Somerset. Winner goes to the All-A-State tournament. I mean, this is like a repeat every single year.
Yeah, I mean, this is something since I was in high school, since Coach Lazier was in high school, since all of our people that we have with us on staff and such, this is something we look forward to every year. It's become a big rivalry. It always has been a rivalry in football, and baseball has also became the same way with Phil down there. Him and Paul were pretty close as well as they grew up, and I've always known Phil Grundy to be Somerset's head baseball coach.
Yeah. I was going to say, he's coached in a lot of these games, too. Paul and Phil played against each other right in high school, and they kind of started around the same time with Coach Morris at Danville and Coach Grundy at Somerset, and he is a long-tenured head coach. He has won a ton of games there in the purple and gold.
He sure has. Him and Paul actually played summer ball together with the Dixie back in the early 90s. So, with Eddie Brooks and all them, we're all together. So, yeah, they've known each other for a long time.
Coach, your Admirals are 4-3 through the first 7 games, but I cannot remember looking at the numbers, someone getting off to as hot a start as Fox Spears has gotten off to. And it's the numbers are so staggering that I was talking with someone at the junior coach pitch Parks and Rec skills assessment Monday, and Fox Spears' name came up. That's how staggering his numbers are, Coach. His first 20 at-bats of the year, he's 15 for 20. Now, I've seen some hot stretches for some players, but I can't remember a 7 or 8 game stretch of someone doing what Fox Spears has done. 15 for 20. He's batting .750 through the first 7 games, Coach.
Yeah, he's gotten off to a great start. Him seeing the baseball right now is not a problem. So, that's a great thing you want to have as a coach. And you always want somebody to start off hot and want them to stay that way. So, our hopes is everything continues to go that way for him, and he continues to have fun playing the game of baseball that we all love.
Yeah, and the thing about it is these aren't just singles. He's got 3 home runs, a double, and a triple as well, 15 hits, so 33% of his hits are going for extra bases.
Yes, and that's like you said, 15 hits in a season. That's most people are looking at that's about half their season already right there.
Yeah.
In 7 games. Most people, if they have 30, 35 hits in a season, they're around 300, 350. So that's a great number, and he's already halfway there.
Yeah, he's also kind of emerged, Coach, as one of your dependable arms on the mound. 12 innings, he struck out 13. He's given up 1 earned run in 12 innings. That's an 0.58 ERA. So you got a kid who he's just a sophomore, right? And, the way he's progressing through just his second year, there's a lot of bright things ahead this year for Fox and certainly over the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, he's a junior.
Okay.
He was hurt quite a bit last year, had some injuries early on, and wasn't able to play most of the season last year due to those injuries, just freak accidents pretty much. But he's finally getting a good start to a season, a full start to a season. So that's what we were hoping for him. And yes, and on the mound he's been doing great, throwing strikes every time he's been out. That's what he's done. That's what we hope to get from him this week as well.
Yeah, the great Fox Spears story I have. I was calling a game last year, and Fox's dad came up to me. He said, Joe, Fox wanted you to have these. And he handed me this plastic protective case full of baseball cards. And he said, Fox knows that you're a Braves fan, so he pulled all his Braves cards out of his collection and wanted you to have them. Now, I appreciate that. And so now I've got my Fox Spears collection of Braves cards that I'm holding back.
Yeah.
Seems like a really good young man, too.
He is a great young man. We've got a team full of great young men that are working hard on a daily basis. Our slogan for the year is stay the course, and that's kind of what we need to do as a young team is continue to stay the course inning by inning and continue to grow.
Yeah, and you've got on this team, is it one senior at Zane Ford and Zane's second on your team in hitting. So, you got some young guys, but got that senior leader in there as well as Zane, and he's played quite a bit over his last 2 or 3 years too.
He has. He even started some, I believe, as a sophomore on that 22 team.
Yeah.
I know he played some outfield for us, and then he also played some third base for us during that season as well.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good lineup of Danville players, and if you haven't seen them in action, you're going to want to catch them. They're at Somerset tonight, taking on the Briar Jumpers. Winner goes to the All-A tournament statewide. That's a 6 o'clock first pitch at Somerset. Then they're at Casey County on Friday, and then over spring break, you head to the Keaton Hall Wood Bat Memorial Tournament. I assume it's just like it says, straight wooden bat tournament, Coach. Is that what it is?
That is correct. We'll be swinging the wood. That's always when you find out how good of a hitter you are. Sometimes that brings you out of a slump too. I've seen that happen. So it'll be a fun tournament. Those wood bat tournaments are always fun. I've always enjoyed being in those. So it's always a great time.
Danville head coach C.J. Lynn. Coach, appreciate you joining us. Wednesday mornings, we talk Danville baseball with Admiral head coach C.J. Lynn. Coach, we'll talk to you again next Wednesday, and good luck tonight against Somerset, okay?
All right, have a good one. Go Ads.
Yes, sir, Coach. Appreciate that. Bye. That's Danville head coach C.J. Lynn giving us an update on Admiral baseball. Got to go check out the Admirals. That was actually on Monday, was at Millennium Park with the skills assessment for Rec League. And I could hear, so C.J.'s dad, Charlie, does all the PA announcing for Danville baseball. So I could actually hear all the way at Millennium Park, I could hear Charlie say, now batting for the Admirals, Fox Spears. And the speakers carried all the way to Millennium Park. And so pretty cool. Go check out the Admirals if you can. They're in action. Next home game is actually not until April the 5th. That's a Saturday, I think. They'll play Powell County on April the 5th. That is a spring break game, but they are back home April the 5th against Powell County. 7:33 in the morning right now. It's 41 degrees. Jay Hetmansberger has the County Agents Corner coming up next.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous, crispy, or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot, home-style buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville Special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot home-style buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville Special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot home-style buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville, across from the fairgrounds? Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
On the basketball court, you have to know where the lines are. It's just as important to know where the lines are in your own yard. Kentucky law generally requires you to have underground utility lines located before most excavation work, even if it's on your own property. If you don't call 811 and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate you and you may be fined up to $1,250. Much better to stay within the bounds of the law and call before you dig to start putting in that backboard or goalpost. For more information, visit psc.ky.gov. This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Danville police arrested a person who was passed out behind the wheel. It happened when police got an initial call about a man who was passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle near the Windjammer building. Just prior to the police arrival, that vehicle had driven across the Danville bypass and came to a rest off the roadway. Danville police found 35-year-old Burnside native Jason Jasper behind the wheel and found him in possession of Xanax and other paraphernalia. Jasper was hit with multiple charges and was lodged in jail. The city of Danville has been doing hydrant flushing this week, and it'll continue today. Hydrant flushing may cause discoloration of your household water in or near the areas being tested, which is a result of iron deposits being disturbed during the flushing process. You're advised to check your water for signs of discoloration before doing laundry, and if it is discolored, let it run until the discoloration clears. A solar eclipse will be observed in this area on Monday, April the 8th, and now area schools are making decisions on what to do that day. Boyle County already announced they would be closed that day, while Danville Christian Academy announced just yesterday that they would also be closed. Danville announced they would push their school start and end times that day back 30 minutes, including breakfast, lunch, and preschool. Lincoln County Schools has announced that they will have an early release that day, beginning at 1 o'clock. The reason being, the peak of the eclipse is set for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right when many schools are dismissing. The peak of the solar eclipse in this area will be when the sun is about 95% obscured. Garrett County Schools has their District Family Wellness Night tonight. It starts at 5 o'clock tonight at the Garrett County Education Center and includes fitness stations led by Garrett County fitness teachers, make and take healthy snack stations, hygiene giveaways, health checks, mental health resources, and free vision screenings. It's tonight for Garrett County students and their families starting at 5 o'clock at the Garrett Education Center. A grand jury has indicted a former Laurel County Schools employee and coach on charges including sex crimes involving minors. 31-year-old William Trevor Goodson was indicted with a trial date set for July 29th. Goodson was arrested on March 1st after an investigation was opened regarding Goodson and relationships with students. Goodson was then immediately placed on administrative leave, and London police say they determined there was enough evidence to support the allegations. Goodson was lodged in the Laurel County Jail. I'm Joe Mathis.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. They are your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. You can do that by calling Mark or Chris. 236-6686. A sunny Wednesday. 56 is your high. 57 tomorrow. And 66 on Friday with all kinds of sunshine. Right now it's 7:40 in the morning. 42 degrees. And Jay Hetmansberger is on the telephone. Good morning, Jay. How are you?
Good morning. It's a beautiful sunrise. A little cool, but really pretty sunrise this morning.
Yeah, good stuff. Nothing, the coolness, nothing that a hot cup of coffee can't handle, right?
That's exactly right. Hot coffee or hot chocolate, hot tea, anything like that.
Yes. Good stuff. Jay's on here to give us the County Agent's Corner. It is brought to you by our friends at Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Jay Hetmansberger.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Agent's Corner. This program is brought to you each weekday at this time as a service of the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Agriculture Extension Agents. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. This morning's topic is weed control in pastures. Weeds in pastures continue to offer challenges to the producer for controlling these unwanted plants. The combination of forage grasses grown in pastures and the climate of Kentucky provides an environment that is conducive for having numerous weedy species. Most pastures have a combination of cool season and warm season weeds. Additionally, some weeds, such as thistles, severely restrict grazing, while other weeds do not. The decision to apply a weed management strategy is often difficult because of the wide array of weedy species and because some weeds cause little forage reduction. And it is not economically practical to control all the weeds that occur in Kentucky's pastures. A pasture weed management plan should address control tactics for those weeds that inhibit grazing, reduce forage yield, are poisonous, or could just take over the pasture. Weeds that inhibit grazing possess characteristics that prevent the animal from feeding close to the plant. Normally, these are plants that contain spines or burrs. Weeds in this group are musk or nodding thistle, bull thistle, Canada thistle, and spiny amaranth. All weeds have the potential to reduce pasture yield if they are present in great enough populations, but this rarely occurs in pastures where animals graze. Poisonous plants include white snakeroot, wild cherry trees, poison hemlock, and many others. Those weeds that have the ability to take over pastures include the eastern red cedar, multiflora rose, and tall ironweed. Contact your local cooperative extension office for weed identification and a control plan. And that's today's County Agent's Corner, and it's been my pleasure to be your host. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. Hope you have a nice day and a profitable year down on the farm.
Thank you there, Jay Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Jay, before you go, got some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Jay, are you ready?
Oh, we're so ready.
All right, Jay, here we go. Fact number one, the word Ewok is never actually said out loud in any of the Star Wars movies. So the Ewoks are those fuzzy little characters in Return of the Jedi. Yeah, they actually, the word Ewoks never said in any of the movies.
It's just all in the commercials and everything.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just what we call them. We know that's what creature they are. Yeah. Number two, the first photo ever posted on Instagram was a picture taken by one of the founders of a golden retriever. He posted it in July of 2010, and wow, wouldn't the world be a better place, Jay, if all that was posted on Instagram since then were photos of dogs.
Photos of golden retrievers.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm the owner of a golden retriever, and I have plenty of pictures of my dog Chipper on my phone, and the world will be a much better place if that's all we posted.
I've never participated in Instagram.
Yeah, well, I deleted the app on my phone and don't even know how to access it now. And I'll get on like once a week, but the app's not on my phone, so I literally have to get on it through my web browser. So it's not worth it now. Like I used to get on once a week. I don't know when the last time I was on. Now that's one thing that my contemporaries, my age, makes it look like I'm an old man, because I don't get on Instagram. They're sending me messages and all of this, and I'll get on my once a week, and there'll be like 8 unread messages that I have, and I'm just like, what is this? What are you all doing?
Yeah. Right. There's other ways to get a hold of me.
Yes, you can text me if you want, yeah. Number 3, American Express got into the communications business in 1979. They founded MTV, Nickelodeon, and the Movie Channel. Then they sold them all to Viacom about 5 years after that. So American Express at one point did own MTV, Nickelodeon, and the Movie Channel.
They should have hung on to it.
Probably should have, yeah. Number 4, Shel Silverstein worked as a cartoonist for Playboy for 40 years. Even during the time he was becoming a famous children's author, he was working for the adult magazine.
I wonder if it was under a different name.
Yeah, maybe he had like a pen name or something like that.
But, yeah.
And number 5, Jay, the guy who created Super Mario Brothers also created The Legend of Zelda for Nintendo. He was not allowed to bike to work. And it's not because there was a law against it or anything like that. It was because Nintendo thought it was way too dangerous for someone who was so valuable to their company to bike to work. And so they didn't allow him to bike to work. He came up with too many good ideas, Jay. They couldn't have the guy who created Mario. And yes.
Send a van or send somebody to go get him.
Yeah, he should have like a personal driver if he's that valuable. And
at that point, just work from home. Yeah.
Yes, and we end this segment with a Legend of Zelda theme song, one of the all-time greats in the video game industry. Jay, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, everybody have a good day.
Jay. Bye. 7:47 in the morning. It is 42 degrees. Well, this is a great song to start the morning off with, right? Jay said beautiful sunrise, great day, sunny skies expected, and the Legend of Zelda theme blaring through your speakers this morning. We go to Melton's Deli coming up next.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes. Then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
It's a championship roster of incredible new Kias only at Cartown Kia. New 2024 Kia Telluride, just $449 down and $449 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $179 down and $179 a month. Shop Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Telluride, $449 per month, $1,340 with signing. 2024 Kia Seltos, $299 per month, $980 with signing. 2024 Kia Forte, $179 per month, $1,262 with signing. 36 months, lease, $10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, document acquisition fees, and approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to the price without include dealer at an option. See dealer for details. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The University of Kentucky women's basketball team has a new head coach, Kenny Brooks from Virginia Tech. The 55-year-old Brooks was 180 and 82 at Vod Tech and took the Hokies to the women's Final Four last year. This year, they won the ACC regular season championship for the first time ever. Brooks replaces Kyra Elzy, who was fired after her second losing season in a row. The state of Kentucky men's basketball will remain the same. Yesterday, UKAD Mitch Barnhart met with head coach John Calipari, that announced last evening that Cal is returning for his 16th season at UK. The men's NCAA regional semifinals begin tomorrow night in the East and West regions. Overall, number one seed UConn plays San Diego State, and Iowa State squares off with Illinois in the East region and Boston. In the West region in L.A., number 4 Alabama meets number 1 North Carolina, while Arizona plays Clemson. Friday night semifinals in the Midwest in Detroit. Number 2 Tennessee takes on number 3 Creighton, while number 1 Purdue meets number 5 Gonzaga. And in the South region in Dallas, top seed Houston tackles number 4 Duke, and number 2 Marquette meets 11th seeded NC State. The women's regional semifinals are set for Friday and Saturday. In high school baseball yesterday, in the Kentucky Class 2A Section 5 playoffs, Boyle County topped Harrison County 6-4. Mercer County run-ruled Western Hills 11-1 in 5 innings. In college baseball Tuesday, Kentucky scored late to defeat Miami of Ohio 9-5. The 23rd ranked Wildcats visit number 22 Ole Miss in the SEC this weekend. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey, future broadcasters, if you're a college student or a recent grad looking to get a full-time job in broadcasting, we invite you to attend the KBA WKU Radio Talent Institute this summer. The Institute brings in broadcast professionals from around the state and the country to teach all sessions during this intensive 6-day summer program in early June at WKU's Bowling Green campus. Applications to attend are being accepted now, so contact us for application details now at the Hometown Radio Network.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville. Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly sunny, 56 is your high, 31 your low for tonight. Sunshine tomorrow, 57. Sunshine Friday and a high of 66. It is 7:52 in the morning on this Wednesday, March the 27th. 238 WHIR is your phone number to call in here this morning, 238-9447. Hey, Donald Trump, social media company Truth Social, its first day on the NASDAQ, and it soared nearly 50% on its first day of trading. And Donald Trump is, well, he's one to tell you, told you so. Here it is, Donald Trump telling you he told you so about Truth Social.
Hi, folks. It's your favorite president, Donald Trump. Looking for a social media app that has it all? Well, due to the huge success of Truth Social, I'm proud to present I Told You So.
Oh, cool. How do I become an I Told You Social user?
You don't. It's just me posting all sorts of I Told You So ramblings. Observe. Oh, wow. The judge thought she could bankrupt me. Well, Truth Social is worth billions and billions of dollars. I told you so, post.
Oh, cool. Well, how about...
I just thought of another one. Thousands of people are illegally crossing the border. We should put a huge wall there. I told you so, post.
Okay, do you have anything else on the site that isn't...
Excuse me, I'm trying to post, okay? Wow, this lady sure is dumb and annoying. But guess what? She'll still vote for me in the election because I'm so great and so wonderful. I told you so, post.
Hey!
I told you social. Log on now and see me say I told you so today.
Yeah, let's see what's going on out west in Hollywood. The world of WHIR, the showbiz segment, celebrity news. Here we go. All right, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are shutting down their charitable foundation, partly because donations have gone way down since the Oscar slap in 2022. In 2021, the foundation took in $2.1 million. The following year, it was down to $365,000. That's an 87% drop. A so-called source claims Will and Jada were winding the foundation down anyway and wanted to concentrate on personal charitable donations instead. Records show, though, in recent years, the foundation gave thousands to some kind of shady mental health organizations and spent funds on office equipment, computers, and, quote, bank overdrawn fees. So it may not have been as good of a charitable foundation donation as maybe people were hoping. The investigation into Sean Diddy Combs has put a spotlight on a few other celebrities, including Prince Harry. Nobody's accusing him of anything, but his name came up in the $30 million lawsuit against Diddy by music producer Rodney Jones. Jones is accusing Diddy of sexual abuse. And in court papers, he talked about Diddy's alleged trafficking parties and his access to famous and important people, including Prince Harry. Cuba Gooding Jr. doesn't get off quite as easily, though. An amended version of Rodney's lawsuit filed on Monday accuses Cuba of sexual assault. Jones said Cuba began touching the parts of his body last June in a yacht rented by Diddy. A couple more updates on this story. Diddy's alleged drug and gun mule was arrested by the feds, and Diddy sold all of his shares in Revolt TV and has nothing more to do with it. And Iron Maiden singer Bruce Dickinson thinks the front row seats at a concert should be mostly reasonable priced, not the most expensive. His reasoning is pretty simple. It's for the real fans. Quote, people who are kids, people who can't afford the crazy money, but they are the people that need to be down front. They're the people that are going to keep this music alive. Bruce thinks ticket prices are way too high overall these days. Quote, I've got no interest in paying $1,200 to go and see U2 in the Sphere. None. $100, maybe. But for me, what's important is to try and keep the right type of tickets at the right price. He says there's a delicate balance with pricing, but in general, it's gone through the roof. So he keeps the prices for both his solo shows and Iron Maiden shows within a normal range. Bruce Dickinson thinks front row concert tickets should be the most reasonably priced for real fans. P. Diddy's investigation shows Prince Harry and Cuba Gooding Jr. names have come up. And donations to Will and Jada's charity went way down after the Oscar slap. And that's what's going on out west, where the weirdo celebrities live. Right here in Danville, where we live, we're going to Melton's Deli and grabbing ourselves a sandwich later on this afternoon. We're going to go with the Reuben. It's number 7 on the Melton's Deli menu. Thinly sliced corned beef, chopped kraut, melted Swiss cheese, and Thousand Island dressing served on toasted rye bread. You can also substitute the corned beef for turkey if you want, if you're not a corned beef fan. You can get the Reuben for $6.99. You can get it with double the meat for $8.99. Specialty sandwiches at Melton's can all be modified to suit your taste as well. Melton's Deli in Danville. The Reuben is number 7 on the Melton's Deli menu. Tell them you heard it this morning right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Got some news coming from the movie world. I'm not sure if it's good news or if it's bad news. Let's let this music kick in here. Hey, there we go. This is one of the most recognizable movie themes probably of the last, I'd say, quarter century or so. This is the theme song to the Pirates of the Caribbean. And it's getting a new movie. Yes, a reboot is in the works for Pirates of the Caribbean. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer recently spoke about the future of 2 of his franchises he works on, Top Gun and Pirates of the Caribbean. Quote, he says, with Top Gun, you have an actor who's an iconic, brilliant actor, and how many movies he does before he does another, I can't tell you. But we are going to reboot Pirates, he says, so that's easier to put together because you don't have to wait for certain actors, which means it doesn't sound like we can expect the return of any of the main cast like Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, or Keira Knightley. Since Jerry didn't share any other information, it's not clear if any of the characters from the franchise will be back, but the reboot implies that they're starting over from scratch. Who knows? Pirates of the Caribbean getting a reboot. What do you think about it? Is it time to let that franchise die, or do you want to see another Pirates movie? Jerry Bruckheimer thinks we want to see another one. Bringing it back with a reboot. 7:58 in the morning. We are a minute away from top hour news right here on The Joe Show. Amanda Mays Bledsoe, our state senator, joins us at 8:10.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Do you have a small business in need of bookkeeping, payroll, or other business services? At H&R Block, we do it all, from simple sole proprietorships to partnerships, corporations, estates and trusts, and even nonprofit returns. With our monthly business services starting at just $50 per month, our prices are competitive and can allow you to focus on your business while we take care of your books. Give us a call at 859-236-3281 to learn more about our small business services, or stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville.
Hunger does not discriminate. It impacts the elderly woman who greets you at church, the little boy who sits next to your child at school, the working mother who cuts your hair. In fact, God's Pantry Food Bank is providing food assistance to 1 in 7 people in central and eastern Kentucky. You can help us in the fight. For every $1 donated to God's Pantry Food Bank, we can distribute 4.5 meals to people in need. To find out how you can help, visit godspantry.org or call 859-255-6592.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The search for 6 missing Baltimore bridge workers was suspended Tuesday night because of diminished visibility and treacherous currents in the busy harbor. Divers will return to Baltimore Harbor this morning to look for the people presumed dead after a cargo ship hit the bridge. Governor Wes Moore.
All of our hearts are broken. We feel your loss. We're thinking of you. And we will always be thinking of you.
Moore has declared a state of emergency. The ship's crew is able to alert authorities that they lost control of the vessel before it plowed into the bridge, triggering authorities to close the bridge to traffic, saving lives. Moore says that it's going to be a long road when it comes to what the future of the area looks like. Trade experts fear the collapse could disrupt global supply chains. More from Mark Mayfield.
Last year, over 47 million tons of foreign cargo passed through Baltimore Harbor.
Officials on Tuesday said maritime traffic through the port is being suspended until further notice after a loaded cargo ship plowed into a bridge crossing the harbor. The head of the Institute of Export and International Trade said the suspension could have a significant ripple effect on global supply chains. He told the BBC that over 750,000 vehicles moved through Baltimore last year, noting that Baltimore is also a major exporter of liquefied natural gas for Europe. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The Supreme Court is considering a case that could limit access to the abortion pill mifepristone. Justices on Tuesday began reviewing an appeals court decision blocking recent FDA changes that made the medication more widely available. Solicitor General Elizabeth Prelagar argued mifepristone is safe and should be more readily available.
FDA approved mifepristone based on the agency's scientific judgment that the drug is safe and effective. It's maintained that judgment across 5 presidential administrations.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Inc. card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
A Russian court has extended the pre-trial detention of an American journalist accused of spying. Brian Shook reports.
Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich was arrested nearly 1 year ago on espionage charges while on a reporting trip. On Tuesday, a Moscow court ordered Gershkovich to remain behind bars until June 30th. This marks the 5th extension of his detention, according to the Wall Street Journal. The 32-year-old is the first U.S. journalist to be arrested in Russia on espionage charges since the Cold War. I'm Brian Shook.
Amazon is launching a same-day medication prescription delivery service in New York City. More from Lisa G.
The prescriptions are being offered through Amazon's online pharmacy service, which launched in 2020. The company said new, smaller facilities will be used. They'll be stocked with the most common prescription medications and will also be equipped to process a prescription within a matter of minutes rather than hours or days. Meantime, the same-day deliveries will also be available in Los Angeles, with more cities being added by the end of the year.
Today is a special day if your name is Joe. Bree Tennis with details.
To all the people named Joe, Joey, Joseph, and Josephine, today is your day as it's National Joe Day. The Social Security Administration says it's the 8th most popular boy's name in the country, and there are many famous Joes out there. Montana, Pesci, Biden, DiMaggio, and Walsh, to name a few. Joe's a good guy. He's your pal, and you should do something nice for the Joe in your life today.
The owners of a calf that was born with 2 faces in Vermilion Parish, Louisiana, are announcing the animal's death. Bro Farm posted the final Facebook update for the special calf on Monday. She was born last month and named Dewface, which means 2 faces. The calf died after 26 days. Michael Kastner, NBC.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you are looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Good morning to you folks. It's the 27th day of March, Wednesday, March 27th, last Wednesday of the month, obviously, last full work week of the month as well. I saw this morning at about 6 o'clock when I was starting the show that today was National Joe Day, and you just heard it on the top hour news, but I wasn't going to bring it up. I'm not going to celebrate myself. That seems odd. However, since it's been brought up now, I've got PayPal and Venmo. Bless me with the donations. National Joe Day. I'm all in on it now. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. I got Cash App, too. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Danville police arrested a person who was passed out behind the wheel. It happened when police got an initial call about a man who was passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle near the Windjammer building. Just prior to the police arrival, that vehicle had driven across the Danville bypass and came to a rest off the roadway. Danville police found 35-year-old Burnside native Jason Jasper behind the wheel and found him in possession of Xanax and other paraphernalia. Jasper was hit with multiple charges and was lodged in jail. The city of Danville has been doing hydrant flushing this week, and it'll continue today. Hydrant flushing may cause discoloration of your household water in or near the areas being tested, which is a result of iron deposits being disturbed during the flushing process. You're advised to check your water for signs of discoloration before doing laundry, and if it is discolored, let it run until the discoloration clears. The solar eclipse will be observed in this area on Monday, April the 8th, and now area schools are making decisions on what to do that day. Boyle County already announced they would be closed that day, while Danville Christian Academy announced just yesterday that they would also be closed. Danville announced they would push their school start and end times that day back 30 minutes, including breakfast, lunch, and preschool. Lincoln County Schools has announced that they will have an early release that day, beginning at 1 o'clock. The reason being, the peak of the eclipse is set for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right when many schools are dismissing. The peak of the solar eclipse in this area will be when the sun is about 95% obscured. Garrett County Schools has their District Family Wellness Night tonight. It starts at 5 o'clock tonight at the Garrett County Education Center and includes fitness stations led by Garrett County fitness teachers, make and take healthy snack stations, hygiene giveaways, health checks, mental health resources, and free vision screenings. It's tonight for Garrett County students and their families starting at 5 o'clock at the Garrett Education Center. A grand jury has indicted a former Laurel County Schools employee and coach on charges including sex crimes involving minors. 31-year-old William Trevor Goodson was indicted with a trial date set for July 29th. Goodson was arrested on March 1st after an investigation was opened regarding Goodson and relationships with students. Goodson was then immediately placed on administrative leave, and London police say they determined there was enough evidence to support the allegations. Goodson was lodged in the Laurel County Jail. I'm Joe Mathis.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store in Danville on Houstonville Road.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jackie Boy, brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly sunny, a high today, 56. A low tonight of 31. Tomorrow, sunshine, 57. And Friday, sunny and 66. Right now, it is 8:11 in the morning. And we welcome on to the show our State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. Good morning, Senator Bledsoe. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning.
Yeah, appreciate you being on this morning. We talk with our state senator every Wednesday around 8:10. And we know last week, Senator Bledsoe, you all were able to welcome the four-time defending state champion Boyle County Rebel football team to the state capitol. And it's always good to be able to show off your area as much as possible. And this is the fourth straight year that Boyle County's been able to visit the capitol.
Talk about an amazing feat. It's such a pleasure. Dan Elliott came down from the House, and we had everyone on the Senate floor, and just an amazing experience. And they filled up the top gallery with cheerleaders and football players, and what an awesome to be able to tout their experiences. And one of the funniest things about that is the senator from Kenton, who's the chair of the Appropriations and Revenue Committee, of which I'm the vice chair for. He is home to the team that they beat.
Covington Catholic.
Yeah. So we had quite the funny exchange on the floor. Their average had been, it was just an interesting stat, they had been winning the games by about 41 points a game until they played Boyle County, who beat them by exactly 41-0.
Yes. Yeah, put a running clock on.
Fantastic. I mean,
I asked Daniel when he called in Monday, I said, Daniel, were you able to give I said, I don't know who the state rep from Covington is, but were you able to give him the side eye a little bit while you were talking, while you were introducing the team? Did you stare right at him? And he said there was a funny exchange regarding that. But no, it was great to have the Boyle County football team. Like you said, cheerleaders, and you said they filled up pretty much the whole top gallery?
They did. We had the seniors and captains on the floor, which was great to honor them. And talk about it's so great, I think, to encourage and support young men who have been working in the off season as hard as they work during the season, and it's so evident in how they play, their character, just their dedication, and the support. The superintendent was there, and to see so much administrative and community support for the team, I think is a testament to how awesome Boyle County is.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah, I love it. So that was fun to do last week. And, Senator, you all are kind of in as I told Daniel, the bottom half of the eighth of Game 7. It's not the bottom of the ninth yet, but you're getting close. I mean, it's right. Time is winding down. There's only 6 outs left, so to say, and you all are trying to get as much legislation passed as you can in the time that you have left. So tell us, Senator Bledsoe, what have you all in the state Senate been working on?
Well, we just, me in particular, have been working on the budget, the operating budget for the Commonwealth. And so we yesterday revealed the Joint Conference Committee, Free Conference Committee report, which is kind of the House and Senate leadership from both sides in the free conference, and put forward kind of the operating budget, for the executive branch. And so that has been a very tedious work, if you will.
Yeah.
One thing that I want to highlight in that budget that I think is important, different people have asked how much to put towards education per pupil funding. The House put out a version that gave basically a 4% and 2% increase to that per pupil. The Senate at the time had done 2.6 each year as an increase. But the conference committee, we worked really hard, and I'm very pleased with where we came out. We're doing 3% the first year, 6% the second. That's a 9% over a 2-year increase to the per pupil funding, and I think that's a very strong statement on our behalf towards to increasing some pool into the education funding, as well as transportation funding going up. So those were 2 pieces that I think are really important that came out of that. And of course, I could go through details of the other budget items, but real pleased with that work. We still have House Bill 1 is still in negotiations in our leadership team, so that's still pending. But you're right. The rest of it, those are two things that I think are the most important. Get out the revenue bill, the budget bills are priorities to finish up this week. And then there are just hundreds of House bills coming in and out, so many of them. And most of them are consensus bills. They're, very few have been unanimous. So we're doing a lot of hearings on those particular bills. But it's going well.
Yeah. One bill I wanted to bring up, Senator Bledsoe, which will seemingly be heard by the House soon, is Senate Bill 2. And that's a bill that is meant to strengthen school safety, would allow school districts to hire either retired law enforcement officers or military veterans to work as armed guardians. Now, I don't know how many years ago it was, but the requirement was made for school districts to have SROs on campus. Some of those school districts have been able to meet those requirements and some have not. So this would allow some of those school districts an extra opportunity, to be able to think outside the scope of what you would think of as typical law enforcement and hire someone who is retired or a military veteran. That did pass the Senate and also received approval from the House Education Committee yesterday, so the full House will now hear that. Tell us, Senator Bledsoe, what your thoughts are behind Senate Bill 2 and whether you like the idea or don't like the idea of hiring retired law enforcement officers or military veterans to work as school resource officers.
Sure. Well, we're doing that in Lexington on retired officers. There have been a number of those who have left the Lexington Police Department, retired, and then gone on to work on the Fayette County safety team as officers. And so that relationship is pretty symbiotic, if you will, and very close. And I think it's been pretty successful, especially for those who, are familiar when you're retired. You've done this for a while. You understand some of those dynamics in schools, but every school system is a little different. What works in Lexington is not going to be very similar probably to what works in Mercer or Boyle in terms of maybe what they need in the school system. We have a lot of sheriffs in Lexington working in especially the private schools. They have a relationship now like KRS last year, which allows sheriffs to be involved in the private schools to serve some of those school systems that don't have an officer system, if you will. The concern I've always had with veterans is not that I don't respect them dearly and value their service, is that making sure they have enough training involved. And they did add quite a bit into Senate Bill 2 for training. I believe it's 140 hours they would have to go through. So that gave me a lot more comfort in that relationship. And I completely understand some of these school districts where there's not a lot of opportunities. You're having a hard time finding people to fill those roles. And so in that sense, I think giving schools some tools and opportunities and flexibility is good. And we did fund a lot of the SROs in the budget this year. So that's positive. I think that would provide some resources to help support. And maybe by paying some of that, we'll have some people come out and want to participate more than they did before.
So with State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, our Boyle County State Senator, Senator Bledsoe, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the Senate, and you may have heard it yesterday, I don't know how many bills you heard yesterday, but the Ashanti Alert Bill, which I believe started in the Senate, made its way to the House, and then the House added an extra, amended it and added an extra part of this bill, which would allow adults who go missing for there to be an alert system just like there is an Amber Alert or a Golden Alert or things of that nature. And it also adds what's called the Ian Alert to it, which would allow a special alert for a child who has autism that goes missing. And I think that was the extra amendment kind of added to the bill, so it goes back to the state Senate for you all's approval. Did you all hear that yesterday?
I believe we did. And forgive me, because that yesterday kind of runs together. I know we talked about it, so I think we did. And those are good alerts. There's a lot of opportunities now with technology to kind of alert people to different things that's easier than it used to be. So I think those are positive moves to help safety, especially for those individuals who may not necessarily know what's going on sometimes, to have some more eyes and ears out there.
Yeah, with State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, nothing jolts you like the Amber Alert on your phone, right?
No question.
And you hear it all, everybody around you, like you're in a grocery store, and suddenly everybody's phone starts making the same noise. But yeah, you're right. Those are very, very useful. You can send it out statewide to people and let you know the color of the car, the license plate, what this person looks like. They were last seen in such and such county, and it's a great resource to be able to send out to a mass number of people at one time.
It is.
Yeah. Senator Bledsoe, I know you kind of started off with some things you all are working on. Anything else to let us know about before we let you go?
I think that the Senate's going to finish up quite a bit of bills today and tomorrow. Of course, the veto period ends tomorrow night at midnight. So my expectation is that you'll see very long days again today and tomorrow. Yesterday we heard a number of bills, and once you're hearing them the fifth and sixth time, they kind of run together. Which ones you heard which days. But I'm excited about some of the work we've done so far, and I'm really pleased with some of the bills and some of the operating expenses budget bills. I think are going to be good for us moving forward. And so if there's something you're watching, send us an email. Make sure you let me know what's going on with it, and I'll do my best. And there's a number of bills that, may not make it over the finish line. So if there's something you feel passionate about, be sure to let me know.
Yeah. I know Governor Andy Beshear had already spoken like last month or so about a certain bill you all passed, and he said, "I've got my veto pen ready for that," I believe was his quote. Do you have a feeling, Senator Bledsoe, that what bills will be vetoed by the governor, or how many bills will be vetoed? I'm sure you kind of know some of them will be, but do you think you all will spend quite a bit of time overturning vetoes, which has been the case over the last couple of years?
Probably, and I think it depends on what actual bills come over the finish line. There are a number that are kind of hanging out there. It'll be interesting to see what he does on some of the Jefferson County issues. I think those are probably the most interesting of which ones he may choose to get involved in that are particular to that county. There's been a number between the school systems and their council and their city government structures that have been passed this year that had support in and out of the counties. But I'll be interested to see which ones he chooses, and then of course in the budget what items he chooses to line item veto.
Can he?
That'll be an interesting thing for me to watch.
Can he veto bills before the veto period, or does he have to wait till the 10-day veto period to start that? Okay.
He can do that, and he has 12 days from the time. I'm sorry, not 12. I think it's 10 days from the time that the bill is enrolled and delivered to him to veto.
Okay.
So that's why you're seeing people want to get these off the table and into his hands by Thursday, so that there's an opportunity to do that.
State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. Senator, what time do you all gavel into session today?
I believe the House goes into session about 9 o'clock this morning. We had three or four committee meetings this morning, so we don't gavel in until 2. And I would expect another late night for the Senate.
Yeah, going to be a late one. Hey, do you know every senator that serves and like where they're from? Are you like familiar with every one of them?
I am now. I'm definitely familiar with all the senators, and I'm far more familiar with where they live since we have to call each other the county in which we reside. You quickly realize who's from which counties because you can't refer to them by name on the Senate floor.
Yeah.
And so that has been actually great because I've learned far more about parts of the state than I just didn't really know people from or have a deep experience in. So I've been incredibly impressed by just my colleagues, about their backgrounds and experience and what their communities need. And I think that's a part of the budget has been so interesting because what each county brings to the table and what senators does on their behalf, of course, in budget requests, looks very different based on where they are in the state. And so that's been a great learning experience for me. And I'm so proud of our state and the different varieties, honestly, in the state that we have, from the west to the east to central Kentucky and north. We're a pretty unique, diverse state. Topography, geography, just really neat, I think.
I was going to ask you why they talk so formal, but it seems like you're a fan of it because it's allowed you to learn where people are from. So for you, what do they say? The missus from Fayette County, or how do they refer to you on the floor?
The senator from Fayette 12, and I'll tell you why. Because when their counties are split, you actually refer to the individual's district number. So the Fayette, Reggie Thomas also lives in Fayette. So he's the senator from Fayette 13. I'm the senator from Fayette 12. If you're the only senator from that county, you're just that county. There's no number attached. But I'll tell you a funny thing that happened to me last year when they were hazing me in a very loving way. I was still learning a lot of the Jefferson County numbers, and because there's quite a few. And Julie, who's the senator from Jefferson, one of them asked me who was my favorite senator, and I was trying to refer to her, but I didn't have my list in front of me. So I said, the senator from Jefferson, 37. Well, she's 36. 37 was David Yates, the Louisville Democrat, who jumped up and thought it was hilarious that I picked him, which was not what I intended to do. The whole room laughed. I mean, it was a classic moment of a very freshman experience in me, so I have become very familiar with the numbers and the counting.
Yeah, but thank you. Appreciate that. Amanda, that means a lot to me that you like me so much.
Oh, it was classic. It was a great moment, and I mean, I couldn't have been more red if I had tried.
State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, and so even if let's say there's a bill that would specifically affect Boyle County, which, you represent Boyle County, would they still refer to you as the senator from Fayette 12?
Correct, because it's where my residence is.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. There you go, Senator Bledsoe. Senator, appreciate you being on, and you have safe travels to Frankfort today, and look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday, okay?
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Bye. That's our State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, and they have today and tomorrow, and then the governor's 10-day veto period begins on Friday, and they will not be back in session, Daniel said earlier this morning, till April 14th. So they'll let the governor do work on what bills he wants to veto, what bills he wants to sign off on. There's 3 things he can do. He can sign off on a bill, right? He puts his signature on the bill saying he likes it, this is law. He can not put his signature on the bill and it still become law, which is kind of like his way of protesting, saying, I don't really like this very much, but I'm still going to let it pass into law. And then he can veto any of the bill, put his signature to veto it, where he's really protesting, saying, nope, I don't like this. I am vetoing this bill, at which point the bill goes back to the House and the Senate, and they can override the governor's veto with a certain percentage of votes to override that veto. So that's how it works. 8:27 in the morning, and we appreciate State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe joining us here on The Joe Show. Right now, we've got the Big Daddy. Sports is coming your way. 8:30 news right around the corner as well on The Joe Show. March the 27th and 41 degrees here in Danville.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The University of Kentucky women's basketball team has a new head coach, Kenny Brooks from Virginia Tech. The 55-year-old Brooks was 180 and 82 at Va Tech and took the Hokies to the women's Final Four last year. This year, they won the ACC regular season championship for the first time ever. Brooks replaces Kyra Elzy, who was fired after her second losing season in a row. The state of Kentucky men's basketball will remain the same. Yesterday, UKAD Mitch Barnhart met with head coach John Calipari, that announced last evening that Cal is returning for his 16th season at UK. The men's NCAA regional semifinals begin tomorrow night in the East and West regions. Overall number 1 seed UConn plays San Diego State, and Iowa State squares off with Illinois in the East region and Boston. In the West region in L.A., number 4 Alabama meets number 1 North Carolina, while Arizona plays Clemson. Friday night semifinals in the Midwest in Detroit. Number 2 Tennessee takes on number 3 Creighton, while number 1 Purdue meets number 5 Gonzaga. And in the South region in Dallas, top seed Houston tackles number 4 Duke, and number 2 Marquette meets 11th seeded NC State. The women's regional semifinals are set for Friday and Saturday. In high school baseball yesterday, in the Kentucky Class 2A Section 5 playoffs, Boyle County topped Harrison County 6-4. Mercer County run-ruled Western Hills 11-1 in 5 innings. In college baseball Tuesday, Kentucky scored late to defeat Miami of Ohio 9-5. The 23rd ranked Wildcats visit number 22 Ole Miss in the SEC this weekend. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A bill expanding animal cruelty laws in Kentucky is off to the governor's desk.
There being 31 yeas, 5 nays, and 1 pass,
House Bill 258 is finally passed.
House Bill 258 makes it a Class D felony to torture a dog or cat. Senator Robin Webb was a no vote.
Kentucky, contrary to popular extremist rhetoric, has animal abuse laws. We have a torture statute.
The measure now awaits Governor Beshear's signature. I'm Haley Hansen.
A Leslie County woman has agreed to plead guilty to murder as part of an agreement to receive a 22-year prison sentence. Garyana Burton entered her plea on Monday and was recommended for a 22-year, 5-month term. She will be officially sentenced on May 1st. Burton admitted to firing shots into a home looking for her child's father, but instead killed Jacqueline Linger, who was in the residence at the time. A resolution has been approved by the Kentucky House of Representatives that would establish an autism and education task force. The purpose of the task force would be to examine support and services in education for students on the autism spectrum. It would also study the state's efforts to support families and young people dealing with autism spectrum disorder and how the Commonwealth compares with the efforts of other states. Officials say the goal is to help children with ASD to achieve academic success. The University of Kentucky has hired Kenny Brooks to be the next women's basketball coach for the Wildcats. Brooks has spent the last 8 years coaching the Hokies of Virginia Tech. He led the Hokies to the women's NCAA tournament the last 4 seasons. Virginia Tech posted its first 30-win season in 2023. Overall, Brooks' teams posted a 180-82 record during his tenure in Blacksburg. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News.
Here's a commercial that has no other point but to make you hungry. Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, double cheeseburger, the double cheeseburger, the double quarter pounder with cheese, the double quarter pounder with cheese, chicken McNuggets. I'll take a 20-piece, please. The crispy chicken sandwich, the crispy chicken sandwich, filet of fish, the filet of fish, hot fresh French fries. Visit McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg. Their drive-thrus are open.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Danville police arrested a person who was passed out behind the wheel. It happened when police got an initial call about a man who was passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle near the Windjammer building. Just prior to the police arrival, that vehicle had driven across the Danville bypass and came to a rest off the roadway. Danville police found 35-year-old Burnside native Jason Jasper behind the wheel and found him in possession of Xanax and other paraphernalia. Jasper was hit with multiple charges and was lodged in jail. The city of Danville has been doing hydrant flushing this week, and it'll continue today. Hydrant flushing may cause discoloration of your household water in or near the areas being tested, which is a result of iron deposits being disturbed during the flushing process. You're advised to check your water for signs of discoloration before doing laundry, and if it is discolored, let it run until the discoloration clears. The solar eclipse will be observed in this area on Monday, April the 8th, and now area schools are making decisions on what to do that day. Boyle County already announced they would be closed that day, while Danville Christian Academy announced just yesterday that they would also be closed. Danville announced they would push their school start and end times that day back 30 minutes, including breakfast, lunch, and preschool. Lincoln County Schools has announced that they will have an early release that day, beginning at 1 o'clock. The reason being, the peak of the eclipse is set for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right when many schools are dismissing. The peak of the solar eclipse in this area will be when the sun is about 95% obscured. Garrett County Schools has their District Family Wellness Night tonight. It starts at 5 o'clock tonight at the Garrett County Education Center and includes fitness stations led by Garrett County fitness teachers, make and take healthy snack stations, hygiene giveaways, health checks, mental health resources, and free vision screenings. It's tonight for Garrett County students and their families starting at 5 o'clock at the Garrett Education Center. A grand jury has indicted a former Laurel County Schools employee and coach on charges including sex crimes involving minors. 31-year-old William Trevor Goodson was indicted with a trial date set for July 29th. Goodson was arrested on March 1st after an investigation was opened regarding Goodson and relationships with students. Goodson was then immediately placed on administrative leave, and London police say they determined there was enough evidence to support the allegations. Goodson was lodged in the Laurel County Jail. I'm Joe Mathis.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg. They specialize in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, carpet remnants. You can shop, you can save on all types of floor coverings. Of course you can at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, Harrodsburg, 540 North College. Mostly sunny, high of 56, a low of 31. Sunshine tomorrow, 57. Sunshine Friday, and the double barrel sixes as the high. Right now it's 8:38 in the morning. It is 40 degrees right here in Danville. Wedding Planning with Pim has wedding tips for you. Take it away, Pimmy.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. One of the most important and overlooked elements of a wedding is transportation. Sure, you've dreamed about your arrival in an antique car or an elegant horse-drawn carriage, but there's a lot more to moving people on your wedding day than your grand entrance. Take a look at your guest list and the timing of your wedding day to get a good idea of what you'll need. Are most of your guests from out of town? Will most be without cars? Do you have a good number of elderly or handicapped guests? Are your ceremony and reception in different locations? Are taxis difficult to come by, or are they not even an option? And what if it rains? Are the hotels you've selected for your guests far away from the ceremony and reception? Are any major events taking place the day of your wedding that might block traffic? Is parking at your ceremony or reception site difficult or non-existent? If you find yourself saying yes to any of these questions, you should seriously consider arranging transportation for your guests. My love note for today: it can be expensive to move all of your guests, but consider the horror of having more than 100 people from out of town trying to get to your wedding in a rainstorm. Guests won't remember what you served or how gorgeous you were if they end up being an hour late to your wedding or reception soaking wet.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma.
I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication assistant treatment, transitional living, and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
It's a championship roster of incredible new Kias only at Cartown Kia. New 2024 Kia Telluride, just $449 down and $449 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $179 down and $179 a month. Shop Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Telluride, $449 per month, $1340 with sign. 2024 Kia Seltos, $299 per month, $980 with sign. 2024 Kia Forte, $179 per month, $1260 with sign. 36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title, license, document acquisition fees, and approved credit. No security deposit required. All sales to dealer price may not include dealer at an auction. See dealer for details. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
Did you know a typical adult has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels throughout their body? Fortunately, you don't have to go that far to get world-class heart and vascular care. With specialists in diagnosing and treating cardiovascular disease right here in Danville at CHI St. Joseph Health. Whether you're in need of heart attack care or minimally invasive treatments for vascular diseases, you can get the state-of-the-art heart and vascular care you need close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 859-313-2968.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
8:43 in the morning, 39 degrees, Wednesday, March 27th, National Quirky Country Music Song Title Day. Yes, that is today. Quirky Country Music Song Title Day. But you already knew that, right? Raise your hand if you knew that was the case today. Well, mark in your calendars for next year. This might be the most important day all year long where we can finally celebrate great titles like this one.
That dirty old egg-sucking dog.
Johnny Cash and Dirty Old Egg-Sucking Dog. One of the great country music quirky song titles. Egg-sucking dog. What about some of the other great quirky country music songs that we can celebrate today? There are a lot of them. Like this one right here by Roger Miller.
You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
You can roller skate in a buffalo herd.
You can be happy if you mind to.
Roger Miller had a lot of really good ones, a lot of really quirky country songs. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. There's this one right here. Should have won a Pulitzer for the creativity on this one by Alan Jackson.
But I still like bologna on white bread.
Simply titled, I Still Like Bologna by Alan Jackson. It's a good one for quirky country music song title day.
The grass between my toes.
You got another one by Tim McGraw. That's a pretty good one that can be celebrated today.
Can you so much as crack a smile at me, man? When I come through this here window, well, you touch my...
Do you want fries with that? The name of this song by Tim McGraw. Some of the other ones we can celebrate today. You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly by Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. And there's this one by Lonzo and Oscar.
It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa.
I remember playing this one on WHBN. I don't know about frequently, but I did a time or two. I'm my own grandpa. And he goes through this whole spiel about how this person married his second cousin, and now this person's his aunt twice removed, and I married this person, and now suddenly I'm my own grandpa. Lonzo and Oscar. Homer and Jethro had some pretty good ones as well, including She's Making Toothpicks Out of the Timbers of My Heart. So today's a day to celebrate those great country and western songs with those quirky titles on Quirky Country Music Song Title Day. All this talking's made me hungry. Grub Gab, the world of food. Let's do it. All right, McDonald's today announced an expanded national partnership with Krispy Kreme to offer fresh, melt-in-your-mouth donuts daily at participating locations across the country. According to an announcement by the company, Krispy Kreme donuts will start popping up on menus in the U.S. later this year as a part of the phased rollout that will see the baked treats added to restaurants nationwide by 2026. 3 fan-favorite donut varieties will be delivered fresh to McDonald's every day. They can be enjoyed individually or in a 6-count box all day long from breakfast till dinner while supplies last. And I say that because I went to the Danville McDonald's one day with Jack. He wanted donuts, and they had like one left. So that's not once they run out type thing. The original glazed donut, the chocolate iced with sprinkles donut, and the chocolate iced cream-filled donut will all be available nationwide at McDonald's by 2026. So the partnership has blossomed. Jimmy John's once again giving fans a taste of the rich flavors of Italy with the addition of the new Capri Salami Pesto wrap, along with the Capri Salami Pesto sandwich. It's packed with fan-favorite Italian ingredients like all-natural salami, slow-roasted maters, olive oil, basil pesto, oregano, balsamic glaze, onion, mayonnaise, and award-winning fresh mozzarella cheese in a garlic and herb wrap. And then the same thing on bread as well if you want the sandwich. In addition, Jimmy John's also introducing a 100% silk chow-down silk scarf to safely and stylishly transport your Caprice Salami Pesto wrap. Whatever. And Papa John's is giving fans 3 different ways to enjoy their premium new cupping pepperonis with the introduction of the new brand... I read this yesterday. Crispy Cuppy-Roni menu starting March 25th. You can always read it again. Papa John's new cupping pepperonis, thicker with crispy, crunchy edges curling upwards to create a savory pepperoni flavor that can be enjoyed across a variety of menu items like the Crispy Cuppy-Roni Pizza, the Crispy Cuppy-Roni Papadilla, and the Crispy Cuppy-Roni Papa Bites. All those are very difficult to say. Papa John's introducing new crispy-style Cuppy-Roni pizza. Jimmy John's with a new salami sandwich. McDonald's and Krispy Kreme. The nationwide rollout will happen soon. Grub Gab, the world of food where you can just eat it, folks. All right, 8:48 in the morning. Wendy's in Danville, the place to go for your breakfast this morning. They got the brand new Wendy's breakfast burrito, and this thing is selling really well because it's so delicious. People are hearing about it. They're trying it out. And I'm glad they are because this is like one of those things. I don't want to say it's like a secret because it's not a secret we're talking about it, but it's one of those things that's starting to catch on, right? A new menu item takes some time to catch on, and people are figuring out how good this thing is. This is a hearty and delicious burrito. Has 6 strips of bacon in it. Seasoned potatoes, 2 fresh cracked eggs, and 2 slices of cheese, all wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. Wendy's in Danville, their brand new breakfast burrito. Tell them you heard them on the Joe Show this morning, and you want to try out that brand new breakfast burrito, and you can make it a meal as well with a side of potatoes and a beverage to drink. 8:49, we see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history coming up next.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, this is Caroline and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer a layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Nana. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. You're right. It is tax refund time. Where are you going to spend yours? How about Mattresses and More? More than a mattress store. Located in Danville, Southland Plaza.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating, and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
All right, 8:52 in the morning and 39 degrees here in Danville. Coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, Justin Newton from Lee's Famous Recipe is in studio with us, or on the phone with us, I should say, talking with us. That's at 9:10. And at 9:35, Lieutenant Judah Irvin from the Danville Salvation Army. And they're looking for some more help as they hit this Easter season. And, you know, a lot of the work they do is obviously done during the holidays in November and December. And that kind of carries them throughout the year. But that doesn't mean that they don't need help throughout the year as well, caring for the people who need help in this area that the Salvation Army serves. So we'll have Lieutenant Judah Irvin from the Salvation Army Corps on here at 9:35. Let's take a look down the timeline, see what happened on this day, March the 27th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date in history back in 1965. Where this group scored their 4th U.S. #1 hit with this one. Stop in the Name of Love. The song was included on the Supremes' 6th album, More Hits by the Supremes, and was nominated for the 1966 Grammy Award for Best Contemporary Rock and Roll Group Vocal Performance, losing to Flowers on the Wall by the Statler Brothers. The song was also honored by inclusion in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's permanent collection of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. On this day, 1965, the Supremes were at #1 for their 4th time. In was on this day, March 27th, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Singer, songwriter, actress, record producer, and entrepreneur was born on this day, 1970.
I could not fathom that would ever be without your love. Never remember.
This Mariah Carey, who became the first and only artist to have their first 5 singles reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. Don't mistake yourself, Mariah is a superstar. She's the 3rd best-selling female artist in the country. 64 million albums sold, over 220 million records worldwide sold. Carey holds the record for most Billboard Hot 100 singles by a solo artist at number 1 with 19 of them. A female songwriter with 18. A female producer with 15. She has spent a record 93 weeks at number 1 amongst all those songs. Carey is named after the song They Call the Wind Mariah from the 1951 Broadway musical Paint Your Wagon. Mariah Carey, 1970, was born. 54 years old today. It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1972. This artist recorded what would be his last major hit. Burning Love became a number 2 hit on the U.S. chart. Written by Dennis Lind and originally recorded by country soul artist Arthur Alexander, who had been included on his 1972 self-titled album, it was soon covered and brought to fame by Elvis, becoming his biggest hit single in the U.S. since Suspicious Minds 3 years prior in 1969. It was on this day, 1975. U.S. R&B singer-songwriter. She was born on this day, 1975. Lead singer of this group.
I got a feeling.
Now, Fergie having a birthday today. She's 49 years old by my math. Vocalist of the Black Eyed Peas, who had the number 1 single in 2003 called Where Is the Love? The 2006 number 1 single, London Bridge. The 2007 number 1 single, Big Girls Don't Cry. This one as well, I Got a Feeling. Tonight's going to be a good night. Fergie, 49 years old today. There you go. Fergie, Elvis, Mariah Carey, the Supremes have all made their mark on this day, March 27th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating, and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're talking chicken with Justin Newton from Lee's Famous Recipe in 10 minutes after Top Hour News.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Divers are returning to the port of Baltimore this morning to look for 6 people presumed dead after a cargo ship hit a major Maryland bridge. The 6 missing were apparently all migrants. Multiple reports say 8 construction workers were mending potholes on the bridge when it collapsed early Tuesday. 2 of the workers were pulled from the water, but 6 are still missing and presumed dead. Immigrant advocates say the missing workers include 1 from El Salvador, 1 from Honduras, 2 Guatemalans, and possibly 2 Mexican nationals. Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
I can't imagine how painful today has been for these families, how painful these hours have been for these families.
The search for the missing workers was suspended Tuesday night because of diminished visibility and treacherous currents in the busy harbor. Just before the crash and bridge collapse, officials were able to get the word out that disaster was imminent, thus possibly saving untold lives.
Hold on traffic on the Key Bridge. There's a ship approaching that just lost their steering. So until you get that under control, we got to stop all traffic.
C-13 dispatch, the whole bridge just fell down. Start, whoever, everybody. The whole bridge just collapsed.
Officials on Tuesday said maritime traffic through the port is being suspended until further notice. The Supreme Court heard arguments on a case Tuesday that would limit access to the abortion pill mifepristone. Justices are reviewing an appeals court decision blocking recent FDA changes that made the medication more widely available. A lawyer for the Biden administration said the ruling would inflict grave harm on women across the nation. A winning Mega Millions ticket was sold in New Jersey that matched all 6 numbers in Tuesday night's drawing. It's worth over $1.1 billion. Lottery players are now turning their attention to the Powerball jackpot, which will be worth an estimated $865 million in tonight's drawing. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Celebrate the big horse race at the Paristown Derby Day Garden Party, presented by Woodford Reserve at Paristown on Saturday, May 4th. Wager and watch the races. Enjoy live music, cocktails, food, and more. VIP and general admission ticket options available. VIP tickets include boxed lunch, complimentary drinks, and private spaces. Tickets on sale now at Paristown.com. Don't miss Paristown's Derby Party for the people.
Do you know what red flags to look for when considering an investment opportunity? Fraudulent sellers might make unsolicited contact, tell you everyone is buying it, and pressure you to invest right now. They make hefty promises over the phone, but never put them in writing. At the Department of Financial Institutions, we have a saying. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We're on a mission to educate Team Kentucky and protect your hard-earned dollars. Visit us online at kfi.ky.gov for more information.
NBC News is dropping former RNC Chair Ronna McDaniel after facing pushback from some of its personalities over her hiring. McDaniel was hired last week as the election cycle kicks into high gear. During her time with the RNC, McDaniel questioned the 2020 presidential election results and took aim at journalists. On Monday, Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski said on MSNBC's Morning Joe that they hope NBC reconsiders the decision to hire McDaniel. That came a day after former Meet the Press anchor Chuck Todd blasted the hiring during NBC's flagship political show. NBC Universal News Group President Cesar Conde said in a memo to staff, after listening to the legitimate concerns of many of you, I've decided that Ronna McDaniel will not be an NBC News contributor. Former President Donald Trump is partnering with country music star Lee Greenwood to sell Bibles. Brian Shook reports.
On Tuesday, Trump shared a video on social media saying religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country. The God Bless the USA Bible is $60 on Trump's website. The news comes as Trump has just a few days to put up $175 million for an appeal bond that will stop New York from enforcing a $454 million fraud judgment against him. I'm Brian Shook.
Will and Jada Smith are closing down their charity. More from Mark Mayfield.
The Will and Jada Smith Family Foundation is closing after a sharp drop in donations over the last few years. Variety reports major donors like CAA and American Airlines stopped donating after Will slapped Chris Rock during the 2022 Academy Awards. In 2021, the foundation received over $2 million in donations, but the following year, it brought in less than $400,000.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
It is fascinating to watch that the people attacking Robert F. Kennedy Jr. the most, Democrats. Let me tell you where that's coming from. That is a clear indication that polling is showing that most people rightly see Kennedy as a liberal Democrat. Okay, there's a couple of positions that maybe are unique, being a liberal Democrat in this environment, but he's part of the climate alarmist religious cult. He's got far left positions on pretty much everything. He's voted for every left-wing radical for president in the modern era. I mean, what else do you need to know? I mean, his own family is mad because they think it's going to hurt Joe Biden.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
Attention business owners, are you tired of seeing your hard-earned profits vanish into thin air due to hefty credit card processing fees? It's time for a change. 247payments.com has a software solution that eliminates your fees, offering you unlimited processing for just $49 a month. Ready to keep more of what you earn? Call us at 1-844-535-0385. That's 1-844-535-0385. Call now.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Good morning to you folks. Wednesday, the 27th day of March, and we're talking chicken, a little chicken chat with Lee's Famous Recipe and Justin Newton coming up right after this. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Danville police arrested a person who was passed out behind the wheel. It happened when police got an initial call about a man who was passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle near the Windjammer building. Just prior to the police arrival, that vehicle had driven across the Danville bypass and came to a rest off the roadway. Danville police found 35-year-old Burnside native Jason Jasper behind the wheel and found him in possession of Xanax and other paraphernalia. Jasper was hit with multiple charges and was lodged in jail. The city of Danville has been doing hydrant flushing this week, and it'll continue today. Hydrant flushing may cause discoloration of your household water in or near the areas being tested, which is a result of iron deposits being disturbed during the flushing process. You're advised to check your water for signs of discoloration before doing laundry, and if it is discolored, let it run until the discoloration clears. A solar eclipse will be observed in this area on Monday, April the 8th, and now area schools are making decisions on what to do that day. Boyle County already announced they would be closed that day, while Danville Christian Academy announced just yesterday that they would also be closed. Danville announced they would push their school start and end times that day back 30 minutes, including breakfast, lunch, and preschool. Lincoln County Schools has announced that they will have an early release that day, beginning at 1 o'clock. The reason being, the peak of the eclipse is set for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right when many schools are dismissing. The peak of the solar eclipse in this area will be when the sun is about 95% obscured. Garrett County Schools has their District Family Wellness Night tonight. It starts at 5 o'clock tonight at the Garrett County Education Center and includes fitness stations led by Garrett County fitness teachers, make and take healthy snack stations, hygiene giveaways, health checks, mental health resources, and free vision screenings. It's tonight for Garrett County students and their families starting at 5 o'clock at the Garrett Education Center. A grand jury has indicted a former Laurel County Schools employee and coach on charges including sex crimes involving minors. 31-year-old William Trevor Goodson was indicted with a trial date set for July 29th. Goodson was arrested on March 1st after an investigation was opened regarding Goodson and relationships with students. Goodson was then immediately placed on administrative leave, and London police say they determined there was enough evidence to support the allegations. Goodson was lodged in the Laurel County Jail. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Under new owners and operators, they offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. See the new owners and operators with full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. They are right down from Lee's Famous Recipe, where 2nd and 4th Street meet in Danville. Sunshine, a high of 56, a low of 31. Sunshine tomorrow, 57, and sunshine on Friday, and 66. And it is a Chicken Chat Wednesday with Justin Newton from Lee's Famous Recipe. What's up, Justin? How are you?
Hey, good morning, buddy. Beautiful day outside. Heading towards Danville right now. Listening to a little KSR pre-show. I guess we have a coach back apparently, so just trying to make sense of some things here on the way to the chicken house today.
There you go. You're going to have a Coach John Calipari special today on this Wednesday?
Probably not. Probably not.
You give them one chicken tender, and they're done after round one. That's
one and done.
Yeah.
That's a great name for a meal, though. One and done.
The one and done. Yes, you have to work on that. You've been known to put some special meals out. I mean, the Danville special is something crafted just for this Lee's Famous Recipe here in Danville.
Yeah, that is, and it's been great. I like doing little stuff like that. Coming up with a kind of a quirky name, but I think you just gave me one, buddy. The one and done sounds really good. I may take a look at that today when I get there.
There you go. What would you put on the one and done? Like one thing of each or something?
I don't know. I may upset people with the one and done, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, how about like one chicken tender, one, what would you call it, plank of fish? Is that how you would say it? Plank, one fish plank.
Yeah.
I got to give more than one potato wedge. So you do like one side, one drink, and I don't know what the price would be.
Yeah,
one biscuit.
Maybe we do one and one.
Yes.
Charge $1 for each one and just call it the one and done. I don't know.
That's a great idea. One chicken, one fish, one side, one biscuit, one drink, $1 for each one, and it's like $5 or something like that. I mean, I don't know the price. I don't know the price point. Yeah, that's your job. I can throw any price. I could say $1, but that wouldn't make any sense, right? So you can figure out the price. Yeah, there we go. Hey, you all had, speaking of KSR, you all had KSR. I guess it was last month now. Months flown by. Was it earlier this month? When did you all have KSR in?
Yeah, it was last month, February 23rd. So they were there.
How did things go for that, Justin? We had you on that week to promote it. So how did things go when KSR was in?
Yeah, it was great. Always really good to have those guys in. They're a lot of fun. We always have great crowds. And, I have a lot of friends that come in for it who are big fans of the show. And great crowd. Just a good day. Everything went really smoothly. So appreciate everybody that came out and got to see those guys in person and just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, so that's become kind of a staple now, like a once-a-year thing. So have you already booked them for 2025?
Well, waiting on new prices.
Okay.
Sounds like they're getting pretty popular with that. So I have to check and see what the prices are next year. But hopefully we can work something out because I really do enjoy having those guys in. And, it's great advertising and great for the community, too.
Yeah,
so.
love it. Hey, they were going off. I mean, loving you all's fried chicken and fish. They kept on talking about it throughout the show. And if you listen to KSR, when they're at a live remote, a lot of times they don't really talk much about where they're at. They're just doing the radio show. But they went on and on about the product that you all have there, which is even better for you all.
Yeah. Like I said, great advertising. And, I know Matt a little bit through mutual friends, and the same with Ryan. So, I do kind of know those guys from way back, and it's always exciting to have them in.
So what do we got going on at Lee's, Justin? Last time we talked, you all, the chicken nuggets are still essentially brand new when you compare it to every other menu item that you have. So how are the chicken nuggets selling, and what's going well for you all right now?
Yeah, the nuggets have been great. One of my favorite products now, I think. So I've been eating a lot of nuggets. Of course, the chicken sandwiches. The spicy chicken's been really popular here lately. And I think maybe just it seems like when the weather's just a little bit cooler still, the spicy's very popular. But generally, during the lunch rush, I'll have a couple, maybe 4 trays of spicy chicken, and we're doing double, triple that right now.
Wow,
so spicy's very, very hot. No pun intended right now, but yeah.
So is that like
great product.
The spicy chicken sandwich, or just the regular spicy chicken with bones?
Just
in
the
it,
regular spicy chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have an 8-piece spicy box, right?
I do. Yep, absolutely. Yep. You can get the same family meals in spicy as you can in famous. And like I said, just the last month or two, the spicy is just having trouble cooking enough. So
that's interesting. I wonder what's the reason behind that.
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like the cooler weather, and it's not like the cold weather. It's just the sort of chilly weather brings out the spicy fans a little bit more. So
yeah,
not sure, but glad to see it.
Do you all have tenders that you can get spicy, or are those just the classic?
Yeah, those are just the classic. The tenders are. Used to do that quite a bit ago, but it wasn't as much of a popular product.
Okay.
So yeah, strips are just the regular.
That's
And
interesting.
of course, we have the dippers, which are another fan favorite, which are kind of like nuggets, except they're spicy. So
that's interesting. People's buying habits, right? They're willing to buy the spicy dippers, and they're willing to buy the chicken nuggets, and they're willing to buy the spicy chicken with bones in it, like the spicy family meal, but they won't buy spicy chicken tenders.
Yeah, it is kind of strange. Also, brought the gizzards back, which has been, I had a lot of people upset with me about the gizzards, but the gizzards are really, it's a tough product for me. They're really tough on my cookers. The cook time is about 20 minutes. So, but I decided to bring them back because every time I was up front, someone would say, when are you bringing these gizzards back? So I felt like it was time to, put them back in. I kind of have a separate fryer for them, so they're not tearing up my regular fryers, and they're flying off the shelf pretty quick.
Hey, today is Wednesday, and this is a big day at Lee's. You all have your family meals on Wednesdays at a discounted price.
We do, yeah. We have the Wednesday special, which, goodness, I guess has been in place for 40-some years. So it's a 3-piece dinner with 2 sides at a discounted price, and I'll have my regulars, and we'll whip it up for them. Kind of already know what they want, and great day to come out. The Wednesday special, always a $5 day.
I like how you all have regulars. I feel like you all are essentially, for some people, you could be like their first point of contact. As in, like, if you don't see them for a couple days, you should probably contact the family type thing, right? Like, hey, we haven't seen such and such. He's usually in every Tuesday and Thursday to do this at this time, and he hasn't been in a couple of weeks, so we need to call and make sure he's okay. Like, you all probably see people more often than maybe their own families do.
Yeah, we actually do, and that's a good point. We do that sometimes when, particular, I have one couple that comes in every morning about 10:18, and I think they may be there 7 days a week. I love them. They're so sweet. But yeah, we definitely have our regulars. It's kind of a cult cult thing there at certain times, and it's great to see and really enjoy those people.
I am watching on you all's Facebook page right now, Justin, just like a short little 15-second video of you all frying chicken tenders and then just dipping the chicken tenders in the sauce. And whoever is dipping those chicken tenders, they're doing it real well. So let's talk about the sauces you all have. Well, I mean, we know we're both fans of honey mustard. Let's say somebody comes in, Justin, they've never had Lee's before. What are you directing them to, and then what type of sauce are you saying? You got to have this sauce with it. This is the Lee's Famous Recipe gold standard. What are you doing for them?
Yeah, well, you know how we both feel about the honey mustard, and I, like I said, I kind of hoard some of the honey mustard deep into my house back home and put honey mustard on everything. But so some of the sauces we have the honey mustard, we have the ranch, we have the chipotle ranch, which goes on the sandwiches, which is another great sauce. And a lot of people like the bonsai sauce. It's a sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that every time corporate changes the sauce or I lose the sauce that I thought wasn't selling well, it seems like that's what everybody wants. So, so I think you're probably going to see another sauce maybe before the end of the year, kind of a Lee's special sauce that they're going to create. I think they're working on that. So, be interested to see what that ends up being. Like
a Lee's house sauce type thing?
Yeah, like Lee's house sauce. Of course, we have the barbecue and the buffalo, which all that's great. And if you really want to spice it up, get you some dippers and dip that in buffalo sauce, and you'll be feeling that one.
Hey, you all have the buffalo. You talk about spicy chicken. You have the sliders there, and you have multiple different slider sandwiches. These are really good. So, like, if I come to Lee's and maybe I'm not hungry enough for like the full spicy chicken sandwich, I'll get a slider. And you have the classic slider. You have the the classic regular. You have, I think, honey barbecue and buffalo. And you will like wrap them in aluminum foil, and so the bun stays soft and warm. It's like the perfect concoction of all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, that's a great option, especially for lunch. If usually you can do a combo with 2 minis and then do some wedges or something, and it's not too heavy. It's just kind of the perfect amount of food. And we can do those in Famous, which is basically just mayonnaise and pickles, or we can dip them in barbecue. We can dip them in buffalo. We can dip them in whatever you want. Another really good product. And like I said, it's just kind of light for lunch. If you don't want something super duper heavy, just the perfect amount of food.
Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville. Look, we know the standard of Lee's, and you know what you get when you go in there, and that's phenomenal chicken. And you all still do, Justin, a great job on the drive-thru. And I know you were offering incentives to like the most efficient worker in the drive-thru, not just being fast, but making sure it's fast and accurate at the same time. Do you still have those incentives down to make sure the drive-thru's going as quickly as possible?
Yeah, we do. We kind of make it a competition with the people running the drive-thru. We'll track times, and then at the end of the week, whoever had the best time for the day, the best accuracy, gets $50 for the week, and then same for the night. So they're always in competition for that money, and try to make it competitive, and they want to win. And it's so good and so quick sometimes that they're too quick, and I got to tell them you got to slow down a little bit because you're rushing people.
Yeah, they want the $50. Yeah. What is the average time, Justin, for someone who orders, or I guess maybe not average time, but what's the best time that you've seen recently for one of your workers? What was like one of the winning times?
Yeah, I think last Monday or Tuesday, I think the winning time was like 1 minute and 19 seconds, which is blazing fast. I mean, you can imagine.
That's insane. So is that from the time they order to the time they get their food?
Yeah, that is from the time they order to the time they get their food. And,
That's crazy.
We're trying to push it out as quick as possible. And it's something we work really hard on and try to make those times quick. And they enjoy the competition of it, and keeps everything moving fast. And they want to push those cars through as quick as possible.
Yeah, and the reason I bring that up is I think we're all guilty of driving by any restaurant, seeing a long drive-through, and saying, "Never mind, we'll just go to the next one." But Lee's literally has competitions to see how fast they can get people through their drive-thru with an accurate order as well. So, I mean, and we can be honest, we drive by Lee's, there's almost always a line, Justin. which there's a reason why people love your food. So don't be discouraged is what I'm saying if you see a line, because it's a minute and 19 seconds last week was the winning time from the time you order to the time you get your food. So it's not a long wait at all, regardless of how long the line is.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like, and if you do see a line, don't get discouraged. Well, I'm at the back of the line. And, I would say the average time is probably somewhere around 2 minutes and 30 seconds, for the week, depending on what day it is. So, I mean, that's pretty quick. And, everybody's got smartphones now, so by the time you look at Facebook and you look at Instagram, boom, you got your food and you're ready to go.
Justin, here's another idea for you. Just hit me. Now, this would take a lot of work. I'm not sure that you have this much time to be able to analyze this much, but you have maybe you could do it every month. I was thinking like meal of the week, but maybe like a meal of the month. So you track the top selling items from, let's say, March. So let's say the top selling item would be 2 3-piece tenders. The top selling side would be coleslaw, and the top selling drink is this. And so you have the March meal of the month, which you offer in April, which is just the top selling items from Lee's Famous Recipe the month before. You put a price on it, and you can say, what are people eating? This is what people are eating. This was the most popular meal from last month. Here it is, $6.99. Try it out. According to our sales, this was the most popular menu item that we had.
Yeah, dude, you got all kinds of great ideas, buddy. You want to come down and work a little bit today?
I'm good for one good idea a day. And it seems like, Justin, every time you're on, I use the good idea with you. I don't know if that's a privilege for you or if that's bad on my part or maybe even bad on your part because maybe my ideas aren't good. But the meal of the month, Justin.
Yeah, we have actually come up with a couple of things on this show, just you and I talking it out.
So I guess the meal of the month, though, so you said the spicy chicken has been really popular. So what's one of the best-selling sides for March? Is it always potato wedges?
Yeah, the wedges are really, really hard to beat. I mean, they're so good. The coleslaw is great. We make our coleslaw fresh every morning, so the coleslaw is always a favorite. Mac and cheese, another very popular one. Of course, you got the mashed potatoes and gravy. So I would say still the 2 most popular sides, though, are mashed potato, gravy, and coleslaw. And you got one hot, you got one cold, and then you got some fried chicken, and that's hard to beat. But the wedges are, what I've been doing is dipping the wedges in the honey mustard, and wow, that's a game changer right there.
When you get the wedges, and they're hot and fresh every time you get them, and I like the real skinny ones. That don't have a whole, they're not real potato-y, right? They're they have a little potato, but they're more of the fried batter than they are potato. And they're hot, piping hot, and you dip them in the honey mustard, Justin. It's a little taste of heaven.
Yes, it really is. And I don't know why I haven't been doing that, but I actually just had that yesterday. Had some wedges. I'm a big fan of the skinny wedges, too. Most people are. And my wedge cutter is a 14-blade wedge cutter, so I try to get them as skinny as possible because most people do like them that way.
You're going to start offering boxes of skinny wedges.
Yeah, it's tough depending on the potato.
Right.
So it is a little time consuming to get skinnier wedges, but most people are big fans of skinny wedges. I hear that a lot.
You all cut the wedges there fresh?
We do. Yeah, we cut the wedges. That. Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, they don't come in frozen or anything. We get fresh potatoes, and we actually have a wedge cutter. So it's just another thing that we make fresh on the spot. We actually cut the wedges, and then we bread them up, and then we fry them.
And the chicken is always cooked fresh and never frozen as well. That's why it tastes so good. Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville, the Wednesday family meal today. Justin, what time do you all open up this morning?
We're going to open up at 10 o'clock, and then, of course, we got Easter coming up Sunday, correct?
Yep, that's Sunday, yeah. I bet you all are going to be busy on Sunday. I'm sure that's one of your busiest days of the year.
It is. Easter and Mother's Day, 2 busiest days of the year. We'll bring in extra fryers, extra warmers, extra help. And so I invite anyone who wants to make an Easter order, especially a call-in order, to call as soon as possible and get it on the board. So we can just kind of game plan for that because it will be wild.
Justin, I had a listener just text me. Said, man, I'm ready for some Lee's now.
Good.
That listener's my wife, and we usually do what my wife wants to do, so we could be heading to Lee's this afternoon for lunch, Justin.
Well, it sounds good. Yeah, just write down your ideas for me. Bring me a little piece of paper. Maybe me and you sit down and may have put you on the commission schedule.
There you go. Justin, appreciate you being on, buddy. Lee's Famous Recipe. They are right here in Danville, and the gold standard of chicken is Lee's Famous Recipe. And, again, the quality is great. It's unmatched. It's hot. It's fresh every time you order. And my stomach is rumbling. I could go for some Lee's later on today as well. Justin, appreciate you being on, buddy, and the great work you all do. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Have a great day, everybody.
Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville. Justin Newton from Lee's. It's 9:29 in the morning. I am hungry. Give me some of that fried chicken.
It's a championship roster of incredible new Kias only at Cartown Kia. New 2024 Kia Telluride, just $449 down and $449 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $179 down and $179 a month. Shop Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Telluride, $449 per month, $13,040 with signing. 2024 Kia Seltos, $299 per month, $980 with signing. 2024 Kia Forte, $179 per month, $1216 with signing. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title, license, document acquisition fees, and approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives, dealer price, and approved dealer at an option. See dealer for details. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A bill introduced in the Kentucky General Assembly would establish a corporation to regulate horse racing and gambling in the state. Paul Miles reports.
Republican Senator Damon Thayer's proposal would set up the Kentucky Horse Racing and Gaming Corporation to oversee pari-mutuel wagering, sports betting, and charitable gaming. It would replace the Horse Racing Commission and the Department of Charitable Gaming.
It is a higher level of scrutiny that I think it's time the Racing Commission has because of the amount of money going through that agency.
Under the bill, members of the corporation would still be appointed by the governor, but would be subject to Senate confirmation. I'm Paul Miles.
The Graves County Sheriff's Office is looking for the driver in a hit and run that left a victim with traumatic injuries. Authorities say Jamie Jackson was crossing U.S. Route 45 in Water Valley to get a dog last evening when they were hit by a burgundy SUV traveling at a high rate of speed. Jackson was airlifted for treatment. Police believe the SUV suffered front-end damage. Anyone who has information about this incident is urged to call the Graves County Sheriff's Office. The mayor of Madisonville is watching the speed limit more closely after being stopped for driving over 100 miles per hour on the Pennyrile Parkway. Kentucky State Troopers say Mayor Kevin Cotton was cruising along at 102 miles an hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone when they pulled him over earlier this month. He was driving a city car. The mayor has been charged with speeding and careless driving. Owensboro drivers may find a little inconvenience around Owensboro Health later this week. Crews will be working on a project that will close Ford Avenue from Robin Road to Clinton Place East on Friday. The closure is expected to last from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hello to anyone who is hearing this.
No one's hearing this.
Yes, they are. And they have to come see Mean Girls high school version at the Boyle County Performing Arts Center.
It's going to be so fetch.
Gretchen.
Our shows are April 11th to the 13th and 18th to the 20th at 7:30. We have a lot of shows, so you can't miss it.
Get tickets online or at the door.
Yes, tickets are now available at thebcpac.com. That is www.thebcpac.com.
And don't forget to wear your pink.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. It's tax time again, and you already know H&R Block does taxes, but what you may not know is that H&R Block offers help in person or virtually. Plus, at the family-owned and operated Danville office, our tax pros average 23 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. So come see us at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville or give us a call at 859-236-3281.
Is your business in need of meeting space? Is your business or group looking at guests coming into town? Or are you in need of a room yourself? Well, this is Jazz, Director of Sales at the Hampton Inn and Holiday Inn Express, located in Danville, Kentucky, where we are your home away from home. I can help handle those needs, so why don't you give me a call or shoot me a text today at 859-516-5000. 4720 859 516 4720.
For sale, 25 golf carts, 25 Yamaha gas carts, model 2016. They're well-serviced and ready to roll. Asking $4,300 each. Or hear this part. If you need all 25 golf carts, golf course ready, take them all for $4,100 each. Call Brightleaf Golf Resort at 859-734-5481. At 859-734-5481.
Do you need a loan to start that new home remodeling project? Maybe you are buying a new home or refinancing your existing home. Whatever type of loan you need, Farmers National Bank is here to help you. Getting started is easy. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. And talk to a member of our lending staff. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Lease and save at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $58.79 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24173. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorball.com. Together, let's drive.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
All right, then, brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Sunshine, 56 degrees is your high. Low tonight of 31, 57 tomorrow. So really mirror image days today and tomorrow. 66 on Friday, Saturday 72, and Easter Sunday partly sunny and 73. Right now it's 9:35 in the morning, and we are joined in studio by Lieutenant Judah Irvin from the Salvation Army of Danville. Good morning, Judah. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing great. Appreciate you being on here this morning.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Talking about all the great things that we have going on at the Salvation Army.
Yes, sir.
Here of Danville, and we know, Judah, that a lot of the work that you all do and fundraising is done around the holidays with the Red Kettle campaign and all that.
That's
but
right.
I think I read an article in the Advocate Messenger that you did where you said there are a lot of people that are seeking utility assistance right now as the spring season is starting up, and here we are around the Easter holiday and things of that nature, and that you all are looking to help as many people out as you can, but certainly, do it within the amount of money that you have. And so you're looking for people to help out, if they can donate. Tell us what's going on with the Salvation Army, what kind of needs you all are seeing.
Yeah, so I think some people were a little surprised by our false spring that we had for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so some people were turning their gas off and turning their air back on, and then had to turn their gas back on. And so some people are a little surprised with their utility bills this month. And so that's kind of the need that we're seeing, is more people calling in for utility assistance. And then it's on an annual, year-long basis. We always have people calling in for food. So those are our two big needs that we see right now. People calling in asking for more food assistance and utility assistance.
Is 2024 any different than previous years? I know you're new to this area, but looking at previous numbers, do you think that's any different than some of the other years that we've seen?
As far as the
number of people asking for assistance?
No, not really. No.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
I think that since our numbers really, I think everyone expected the numbers to really change and go back down after COVID, and they really haven't much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been a sustained increased level of need compared to the pre-COVID
yeah.
years, to be honest.
And I think it's interesting for people to hear that too, is that, you know, just because it's spring and getting warmer doesn't mean there aren't people still struggling to pay their utility bill.
That's
and
right.
every year you've got people coming to the Salvation Army asking for help, and that's where, if people are willing to help out, to donate, even to give time to whatever it may be, the Salvation Army is doing this year-round, not just during the Christmas and Thanksgiving season. They're helping people year-round in March and April and May, doing everything they can to help as many people out as they can.
Yeah, the kettle season, that's our largest fundraiser of the year. And actually, I just want to celebrate the community around us who helped us almost get to our goal. Our goal was $127,000, but we hit $127,000 2022.
Oh,
and I think
wow.
that's wonderful.
That's great.
I'm not
Yeah.
upset about that.
No.
I think that's amazing. And so that just shows how much the community believes in the Salvation Army, right? And also not just the organization of the Salvation Army. Maybe they believe in the mission, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ and meeting human needs without discrimination. And maybe even if that's not their selling point, they believe that their neighbors deserve a story of hope.
Yeah.
They recognize everyone needs a hand up.
Yeah.
And so they give to the Salvation Army believing and trusting that we do what we say, we're faithful to our mission, and that people are served. And so I'm blown away that we were able to top our last year's numbers. Even though we didn't quite hit our goal, it was amazing. And so thank you guys so much. And that money, what we were able to generate in that campaign goes to our services all year round. And so it funds our youth outreach and educational programming. It funds our emergency financial assistance. It funds the case management assistance. You know, those who maybe didn't just have someone who got sick in their family and now just needs help with the rent, but those who maybe have asked for food 5 months in a row, and they also are asking for clothing every season, and they're also asking for utility assistance. So those are the people we want to walk with more, and we want to help them get to a point of self-sustainability. And so that fundraising goes towards all of our services year round.
Yeah, so that's a great point. Let's talk about that real quickly. Judah, is you all are helping people out and meeting the needs and meeting them where they're at, but you also want to make sure that you're helping guide people into helping themselves out as much as they can as well, right? So if you're seeing the same family, same people month after month after month, you all will sit down with them and say, hey, how can we help improve the situation?
That's right.
And, that way you can provide for yourself and your own needs if you can, if you're able to, and you're able to kind of try to coach them down that road.
That's right. And so we actually have a program for that. And so it's more than just coming into the office. It's a Pathway of Hope program, which is a national program for the Salvation Army. It is for a 2-generation approach to helping families leave the cycle of intergenerational poverty. And so we work with the youth as well as with the adults in the household. We set SMART goals, and it's an individual goal and individual strength-based case management process. And the idea is that we are getting these families to their goals, not whatever my goal might be for them, but what their goals are. We are prioritizing the things that are important to them and helping them see how they can achieve their dreams and get to a place where they're not having to call us for food. Because here's the reality. A lot of the families that call us, they don't want to. They don't want to call and say that they can't make ends meet this month. And I'm glad that we're there for them, but I want them to get to a place to where they're proud of what they're able to accomplish on their own. And so, and that's the case management process of it.
How fulfilling is it, Judah, when you have a family that comes in and you're working with them, and then like you said, I mean, these are people who they don't want to call, but they realize they need help. Maybe they can't make ends meet this month or next month, and you're able to sit down with them, and then they're able to kind of pull themselves out of that with their own hard work and say, you know what, we needed you all's help for 2 or 3 months. You all sat down with us, developed a plan, and now here we are, and we're able to do this ourselves now. I'm sure that puts a smile on your face every time, doesn't it?
No, absolutely does. And we're also able to help families sometimes in different strategic ways. So like a success story right now is we have a family that's in our Pathway of Hope programming, and we decided that it was the best use so that they could get work done on their vehicle so they had a more reliable vehicle.
Yeah.
We decided that, well, let's pay their rent for 2 months in a row. And we were able to do that. They were housed, and they could take care of almost $2,000 worth of repairs to their vehicle, which was amazing. And and we could not do that without support from everyone in this area who volunteers, who gives, and who believes in their neighbor and the Salvation Army.
And you never know when situations like that are going to pop up. You can never tell when you're going to get in your car one day and it won't start up, and suddenly
it's happened to all of us.
You got $1,500 worth of auto repairs or whatever that you had no idea you'd need the day before. It is, absolutely is. Yeah. You all are obviously located in Danville, but you help the surrounding areas. How many different counties do you all serve?
We serve 5.
Okay.
Boyle, Casey, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer counties.
Yeah.
And so we're busy. If we're faithful to our mission, it keeps me a little busier than maybe I'm even capable to manage, is what I joke with my staff. But we're faithful, and we are passionate, and we believe in our community, and we believe in the mission.
The thrift shop that you have there is obviously one of the things that you're known for the most, the Salvation Army thrift store. All the donations that go there, all the sales that go there essentially goes into the same boat, right? I mean, that helps utility assistance too. And so, like, if you're dropping off very good, reliable used items and those are sold in the Salvation Army store, then all the money will go to proceeds to benefit the needs that you all are meeting as well.
That's right, yeah. So the thrift stores actually, and I'm glad you brought it up, it kind of serves a dual purpose. One, for the donors, it allows everyone in the community who says, you know, I might not have cash this month, but I have some extra clothes or I have some extra pots and pans.
Yeah.
You guys can be involved tangibly in what we're doing by donating those items. And then for the resourcing the goods, the gently used goods to those who are in need, it gives us the ability to house fresh product, not something that's been folded up in the middle of some random closet with cobwebs on it, right? We're housing fresh product that people can come in and shop for. You know, we have people who come in who were just released from incarceration. We have people who are fleeing domestic violence. We have people who have their houses burned down. And those are tragedies or a fresh start that we want to be able to aid those people in. They don't need to be in chronic need and not be able to dress themselves appropriately. And so it's a privilege that people can come in and they can say, you know, these are my needs that I have. They talk to our case management specialist in our office, and then we give them a voucher that lets them go shop in the store. And so, and then on top of that, any income, any net income that we generate from that, it goes right back to our services. And so I'm so grateful for what the community has done in shopping at the thrift stores, because in February, I was able to move $16,000 over to the core that allowed us to serve more people. Yeah.
Wow. 16,000. That came from the thrift store?
It did.
In February alone?
It did. Well, not in February alone, but that's when I was able to write the check.
To say.
No,
wow.
not quite. Not quite
but
February
all
alone,
of that basically came from the thrift store
Yeah,
sales.
that was over from December, January, and February.
Still, yeah, that's awesome. So what are the thrift store hours?
The thrift store hours are 9:30 to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Okay, so if you're driving by, want to stop by, if you have some items, again, good used items you'd like to donate, you can donate anytime. You will have the donation drop box there back next to the store. And if you want to go shop there, 9:30 to 4, you said?
9:30 to 4 p.m.
Mondays through Saturdays. Lieutenant Judah Irvin from the Salvation Army joins us in studio this morning. We'll step aside, we'll come back, and a lot of great things going on with a summer day camp that the Salvation Army will offer this summer, and there's a way you can help out with that as well, and we'll let Judah talk about that. They've got their annual dinner, fundraising event, and so a lot of great things. We love the Salvation Army, big fans of them here at the Hometown Radio Network, and we'll let Judah continue to talk right after this commercial break about the great things going on at the Salvation Army here on The Joe Show.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more.
Helpful people,
Free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door.
Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville? Danville, across from the fairgrounds. Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa's.
This is how we do it at Withers Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade sides, located in Harrisburg at 726 Cane Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Cane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
It's 9:51 Wednesday, March the 27th, and Lieutenant Judah Irvin is here in studio with us with the Salvation Army. And Judah, are you also the preacher of the Salvation Army Church? Is that how that works too? Okay.
Yeah, so as the Corps officer, my title is Lieutenant Judah Irvin, and my wife is Captain Alyssa Irvin. She actually has been an officer longer and outranks me, so that goes well.
so you're working on sermons then throughout the week.
Correct.
As you're doing your Salvation Army.
We're the clergy for the Salvation Army here in Danville, and so the Salvation Army at Danville, as far as our ministerial practices, we actually also serve Asbury University as the local Salvation Army officers that go and serve. There's others that are also there, but we're the ones from the South that go and serve. And
so kids from that go to Asbury that may be looking into the Salvation Army, you all kind of mentor them, things like that?
Yeah. So they come to our Sunday services, and some come and help out. I actually had 2 that came and helped out last night with our youth outreach and educational programming. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome stuff. You all are coming up in the summer months, and there's such a need for summer daycare and day camps, and there are multiple ones that are always full. And you all are offering a summer day camp as well in June and July.
Yeah.
And this is going to be such a great thing for those who need the summer day camp. Tell us, Judah, what your goal is for this, and who this is going to serve, and how we can help out with this summer day camp.
Yeah, that's right. And so the mission of the Salvation Army, part of it is meeting human need without discrimination. And so we didn't have a summer day camp last year, but we had so many calls talking to us about how they needed that. And so my wife and I and our staff, our team, we realized, well, then we need to do a summer day camp again. So if that's a human need, we're going to fulfill it. And so this year we're hoping to have about 40 children. We're looking at 35 to 45, but our goal is about 40 children that come into our doors Monday through Friday that are able to be served and welcomed into a safe place, and then able to even and help keep them learning a little bit throughout the summer so that they're not shocked when they go back to school.
Yeah, what do they call it? Like the summer drop-off or something like that.
Summer learning loss. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So how is this going to work then for those kids, and who is it geared toward?
Yeah, so it's geared towards the kids in the community that really don't have any other resource or any other avenue. And so we're welcoming anyone. Anyone can sign up to bring their kid. But ideally, we would serve those who have no other place, single moms, families that are, impoverished. And they're like, I don't know if I can pay the $100 a week or whatever the fee is, depending on what program you're going to. And our goal actually is that for those who are in chronic need, when they fill out the application and we're able to vet them similarly we do to all of our other social service assistances, we would be able to see, what? We think that your child deserves to be scholarshiped into the program. Yeah. And so our goal is that many of the children and many of the families that are coming and signing up and registering for summer day camp wouldn't have to pay a single thing to allow their kids to come. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's my goal. That's my dream, and I think the Lord's going to work on
provide,
it. So that's right.
So, and we can help out with that. So what are you asking from us, Judah?
Yeah, and so our goal right now is between now until June, we need to raise about $25,000 towards our summer day camp programming. And the $25,000 doesn't just go towards the summer day camp here in June and July. It also goes towards sending our goal of 50 kids to what we call a sleepaway camp, or a camp where they go for a whole week down to Lake Del Hollow that the Salvation Army owns. And we're allowed to send kids there. And often we're sending some of the same kids that are, left alone throughout the day, and they're able to go and they're able to be fed 3 meals a day. They're able to be around many, many adults that have all been trained and background checked, just a safe environment, a Christian environment where they're able to just be kids. And so, but we need to raise about $25,000 towards that for the summer. And so that's not going to come from just one donor. That's going to come from the community, similar to our Red Kettle campaign. That's not just one check. That's going to come from the community coming together saying, I believe in the youth of our community. I believe in the tomorrow of our community, and I want them to have a safe place to be.
So if you have $20, $50, $100, $10, whatever it may be.
That's right.
Bring it by the Salvation Army. If you have a check, would they specifically put for day camp on the check?
If you come into our office, we'll be able to receive it in the appropriate way just for summer day camp.
Okay.
Yeah. You can mail in a check. It just write in the memo line, summer day camp assistance. And that's how we'll be able to process it.
What kind of things will the children be doing at summer day camp? And I assume fed lunch while they're there as well?
Yes. Yeah. So the kids will be fed lunch. They'll also receive snacks throughout the day. We're still getting together some of the plans of the different field trips. Our goal is to still have an educational environment while they're also having a recreational environment.
Yes.
And so we want to have them doing different field trips that are only educational, but also just doing simple things that just allow the kids to just be kids during the summer, but in a safe way, and where they're protected and where the parents are able to go to work, not worrying about where their kid's at and whether or not what they're going to find when they come home that evening.
Yeah. So is this something the Asbury students will help you all out with?
Hopefully I'll have some. Yeah,
okay.
We'll be hiring. Ideally, we'll be hiring 4 different workers to come alongside our team that already exists, just for this throughout the summer. And so we'd love to have any Asbury students. We'd love to have any Center College students, any rising seniors that are coming, thinking about where they might be going this fall that aren't sure yet. Well, let me help you find a place to be certain of and where you can maybe work this summer. And so, or even volunteers, people who are saying, I don't have anything to do with my summer, but I know I can come give a couple hours to help prepare a meal during summer. Or I know I can come give a couple hours to help supervise the gym or to be able to read with kids. And so the Salvation Army has always functioned because of the great community support. And it's not just dollars, it's not just hours, it's the culmination of it all.
Real quickly, Judah, coming up May the 13th, you've got your annual dinner.
That's right.
And this is another fundraising opportunity for you all, but you're able to kind of share the great things going on at the Salvation Army, what you are doing at this annual dinner. So how is this going to work?
Yeah, it's been a year and a half since we've had an annual dinner, so we're really excited to share all that we've done in the past year and all that we've done because of the fact that the community has supported us, has donated, and has volunteered with us. And so our annual dinner will be held May 13th at 6 p.m. If we have any donors or any volunteers that would like to come, please get in contact with us. We'll be sending out invitations and notices. But if you hear this and you're like, oh, yeah, I would love to come hear more about what the Salvation Army does, or I think I can give more, or I'm just interested in learning more, we'd love to have you and be welcome. So you can get a hold of us at our office, 859-236-4473. You can go to our Facebook page, send us a Facebook message, and we would love and be more than happy to get that information to you.
That's Friday, May the 13th. Boy, I tell you what, they do so much at the Salvation Army, and honestly, probably we know so little about what they do and the great things that go on. And when you think of Salvation Army, you think of the Red Kettle, you know the thrift shop and the thrift store they have, but they got the day camp coming up, they've got their annual dinner coming up, they're helping specifically people in our community that need help, and what a great work they do. Judah Irvin, Salvation Army, Lieutenant Judah Irvin, how can we get in touch with you if you have any questions?
They could call me on my cell phone number.
Okay. What is that?
270-903-4729. I'd love to take your call.
270-903-4729.
Yes, sir.
For Lieutenant Judah Irvin. Judah, appreciate you being on, and you all at the Salvation Army, you're welcome on the show anytime, okay?
Thank you, Joe.
Absolutely.
Happy National Joe Day.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Lieutenant Judah Irvin with the Salvation Army, and he's right, National Joe Day today. I did not make that up. They actually talked about it in the top hour news here at 8 o'clock on the NBC News Report. So there you go. Hey, KSR coming your way next. There's that sad music again. And my time has come to an end right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville News, Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Wednesday afternoon as Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home. And as I said, Kentucky Sports Radio coming up next.